Well, I got to tell you something.
Should we turn that god-awful music off?
I got to tell you...
I'm turning into someone I don't like. God-awful?
I forgot what I was going to say already.
I don't know, but
this guy wants to do an article. He goes, can I do it? He wants to do an article with me for some publication. So he sent his first two questions were, how did you get started in comedy? And then I just deleted it because those are the first two questions that every horrible hack writer writes about comedy. How did you get started? And
hey, were you a class clown?
How did you get started? Delete.
I'm already tired. How much longer do we have?
Hold on real quick.
Show? Do we have a lot of time left?
Let me get this out of the way. A couple plugs. August 3rd through 5th, I'll be at Laugh Boston. August 3rd through 5th at Laugh Boston in Boston, Mass. It is the best club in Boston.
Best club in Boston.
Hands down, August 3rd through 5th. And this Saturday night, folks, 8 p.m. show at the Melrose Improv. I'll be headlining the 8 o'clock show Saturday, Melrose Improv. Bonnie's on it. We're trying to get some friends on the show. We'll see who they put. Hopefully they put Todd Glass or Eddie Pepitone. We're trying to get those guys.
Some friends of ours.
That's this Saturday at the Melrose Improv, because we're going to L.A. this week. And I am going to play Bel Air Country Club and Riviera Country Club, two of the best golf courses in the country. And I'm nervous. I've been practicing, and I'm nervous. Yesterday I played.
I can't help it. I've got to stop you for a second, because I just keep thinking it would be awful if I woke up to this.
What?
The worst thing in the world to wake up and hear you being like, I'm going to play golf at the country club in Bel Air. You'd just be like, what is happening?
Look at her laughing over there.
This passes for entertainment?
No, but we're starting off and then we'll get into some stuff.
I know, that's my problem. I don't have any tolerance whatsoever.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to come right out. I'm just saying I played yesterday. I shot a 78. And I tripled the last hole. Number 18, on a par 5, I had an 8. If I would have parted, I would have shot 75, my lowest round of my career. Right, Raina? The lowest round of my career. And I fold under pressure, and I triple the 18th. Now, if I was in town this week, I would go over to Plainfield Country Club because the Barclays are in town. Right by where I grew up, Plainfield Country Club, the Barclays, and it's the
Barclays?
The first leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. The pros are done with all the major tournaments, and then the top, I think it's 75 or 125, I'm not sure.
You just plugged August 1st, somebody wrote.
No, I said...
It's August 25th today.
Oh, September 3rd.
Ah, boy,
September 3rd
Number
through
9.
5th. September 3rd through 5th at Laugh Boston. September 3rd
I will
5th.
say this in your defense, Mr. Voss.
What?
Summer's going by too fast.
I'm not going to lie with you on that one.
I'm tell you what.
I'm going to agree.
Eddie Pepitone in his first of all, Eddie Pepitone's special is so funny. It's on Netflix. You got to watch it. And he does this thing where I can't even explain it, but he goes, "I'll give you that," and I can't stop laughing about it. He pretends he's a horse. He goes, "I'll give you that." Tom from Philly, you're first caller here in the morning, Tom.
Thanks, Bonnie. You couldn't be more right. There's nothing I want to listen to less than Golf Talk Tuesday with Rich.
Oh, God, right? Thank you.
It's terrible. But I love you, Bonnie.
Thank you.
It totally isn't white knighting, so I'm going to start out with a Rich bash.
Okay.
I forget my Rich bash.
Wait,
So,
I need new headphones.
We're in the middle of a call.
I don't give a shit.
It's a Philly.
Who cares? I need new headphones. I can't hear them. Hey, can I get me new headphones?
Anyway, Rich.
What's that?
You can tell him I wasn't doing that great anyway yet.
Well, I'm giving you time to regroup.
Exactly. Thanks, Rich. On to Bonnie. Bonnie, I thought you were the best roaster on that roast, and nobody has given you credit. Some of the guys really bashed you. And
They did?
I like all of them, and I like you as well. But I really thought you killed it and went at them hard. And maybe the audience is a little drunk.
First of all, I can't hear any more what he's saying.
I think I'm too mean on roasts is the problem. I actually
thank you.
might be too mean.
You might be right. But remember, Patrice sort of got a hard time when he went last because he was too mean because they all came at him. You were the only chick. Of course they were bashing you. So you crushed them. And I think there was like some wheezing from the crowd. Bonnie, you killed it. I'm not trying to white knight it. But
I love it. I cannot be complimented enough.
On the big J Roast, she did get credit. She wasn't undercredited. She got credit. And
Rich, a couple of those guys, I think, including, not to continue picking the fight, but I think even Dave Smith has referenced the fact that the crowd didn't love you in the house as much.
Love who?
Bonnie.
Well, I mean, Bonnie's not likable wherever she goes.
It is true. She
does have to fight that unlikability when she, even at her family's house or anywhere she walks in, right away there's an unlikability about her.
Well, I got, the truth from that roast was that people said, oh, people cheered for you just because you were a chick.
Yeah, well, they did, and I didn't like that.
Well, but I thought because at the time I was like, I was a little bit eye-rolly about it, but I've spent a lot of my career being sort of a chick where you go on stage and people are like, oh brother, here we go. So I was like, well, it's kind of nice to once in a while.
Were you at the roast or you saw it on closed?
I watched it on Anthony's network, and I love all that options. It'd be nice if the network you're on now had some sort of visual element, but they don't. So, no big deal.
Well, Bonnie and I are going to set up Periscope in our house late at night.
We do our podcast in
I can't wait.
No, we're just going to do
it. I'm waiting for testing.
We're just going to...
Are you going to test on the Periscope?
Yeah, but we're just going to do it in our bedroom as we watch TV.
Get a little special website. Hey, Rich, one other thing. Your boy Mike Bichetti recently said he had a 140 IQ.
Who did?
Well, can I just say this, Tom? Right. Mike Bichetti, I think we all know, is a brilliant guy. But Rich is smarter than him. Rich is 1 point smarter than him, which I don't think people realize how big that...
I think Mike Bichetti thought his temperature was 140. I don't think he was
walking. He had to take the stairs that day.
Recycling jokes people have made about him when he told them he had 141 IQ.
Who did? I never said that. No one's ever said that to me about my temperature.
Yeah, I bet.
No one did. One thing about Rich Voss is
he'll speak in third person, no problem.
I'm very original. And the reason I try not to watch other comics is so someone can't say, "Oh, I did that bit." I mean, even though I write as personally about things as I can.
But do you think scientists won't read other people's papers or whatever scientists call their findings and stuff because I don't want to be influenced by any other
Well, there's been
scientist.
a lot of plagiarism with writers,
I'm a writer, but I won't read anyone else's. Even if you send me a letter, I will not read it.
Well, because it's hard for me.
No emails.
Listen to me. It's hard.
I won't read anything because I shan't be influenced.
I try not to watch other comics because, one, sometimes I work so much off the cuff that I don't want to say the word for me.
Subliminally?
Yes, thank you.
Is it subliminally?
Funny, only you could figure out what word he was looking for.
She knew. Subliminally.
I've heard him do this exact phrasing before.
Have you?
It's not my first time.
You repeat stories 4 or 5 times.
How
she told me a story
you.
in a car yesterday that she goes, I heard it 4 times. But how do you tell somebody? I offended this guy.
We don't know what you're talking about because you've gone to too many thoughts too quickly.
Okay, listen to this, you guys.
Hey guys, listen up. Hey, if you're just getting up, it's Rich and Bonnie in the morning.
Hold on, Tom. We're holding on to you as long as we can.
Hey, about to jump in the shower? Wait a second, because Rich has something real important to say. Go ahead, Rich.
You know how I piss everybody off?
I am so obnoxious. Okay.
The other day, I was playing golf at this course, and the guy knew. My friend was there waiting for me, and he said to the guy that takes your clubs out of the car and puts them on the whatever, he was an older guy, and so my friend Bob said, I'm with the Rich Voss with that twosome. So the guy goes, Rich Foster. And yeah. So the second I get out of the car, the guy goes, hey, do you know who I am? He's an old guy. I go, why would I know who you are? Like, it's in the morning. I'm half asleep. All right. I'm already cranky. Hey, do you know who I am? No. He goes, I used to coach.
That turned out to be Donald Sutherland.
No. He said, I coached your daughter in softball in junior high school. My daughter's 25. I go, well, first of all, my daughter hated softball. She was a basketball player.
You told him that?
Yes.
You said that straight up?
Then
Did you touch my daughter?
And then I said, she was a basketball player. She was a basketball player. Then he said to me, listen, I got this joke. And I said to him, I go, do you know how aggravating this is? And he said to me, he goes, you offended me twice and walked away. I go, well, that's life. Here, listen to this one. Yeah, at fucking 8:30 in the morning, I want to hear your stupid fucking joke.
Maybe you'll use it for him, Rich.
Then I completely apologized like 3 times.
You shouldn't have. Can I ask one more relationship question?
Yes. Go ahead. You're fucking lonely. You lonely fucking ass.
I appreciate that you've kept me on, so I'll go one more.
It's because we don't have any other calls.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go for it. It's early in the morning. So I've been in a relationship for 6 or 7 years.
Wait, hold on. Bonnie's not listening. Okay, go ahead, Bonnie.
Okay, I'm listening.
Go ahead, Raina. Sit down.
No, wait. Stop. Wait, hang on 1 second.
Hold on. We have a kid.
I've got a bit of some mommy moment.
We have a kid here with us.
In the studio, or are you guys at home?
In the studio.
Nothing more fun for a kid at 7 o'clock in the morning.
She loves it. She loves it. Oh, the celebrities
She's learning radio early. This is her.
You have to wait 19 years. She'll be like that Gail Benny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
She doesn't have to wait that long.
Ron's daughter is really, really good on radio.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you.
I won't believe it.
They have great chemistry. I don't know where they got it from. All right, what's your question?
A father who talks to his daughter? Why, that's unheard of.
Do you think the second they leave studio, they don't say a word to each other?
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Why didn't you talk to me like that when I was in the house, Dad? They just have
It's like the Opie and Anthony dynamic, but between a father and a daughter.
And then he still has like those radio bits where he brings in like naked girls and stuff.
All right, go ahead. He has a question.
All right, long-term relationship. We have a very contentious relationship in that we're always fighting each other. Obviously not like the two of you, but similar. Do you think I should continue to take the step towards marriage?
Well, do you like her?
What's that?
Do you like her?
Yeah, I love her, but I half hate her too.
No, then I wouldn't.
Well, no, of course. That's
I half hate her. It's like.
Why? I 3/4 hate you, and
yeah,
it
but
works.
we didn't start really hating each other till after we got married. If you already, if I could get out that easily now, by all means, Tom, run.
How long have you been with her?
7 years. We live together now.
It's over. You know what? You've already done this. Do something different.
No, leave her. How old are you?
30, approaching.
Get out.
How the hell do you move in with somebody when you're 23 and last till 30?
Everybody does it.
No. I moved in with her 2 years ago at 27.
Well, why not? You tell people to get out of things, and he's not going to find anything better. I mean, the guy's a nice guy.
He seems like a nice guy.
But he's kind of boring. You got to admit he's boring.
He gets comedy. He clearly understands who's good.
That's done so well for the comics I see.
Okay, he seems... I'm doing pretty well, you fucking idiot.
Are you?
I'm not. I didn't just sell my...
Not the other ones we know. By we, I mean you.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, it's not easy to find a girl that you're compatible with 100%. You'll never find somebody you're compatible with maybe 60%. And if he's been with her this long.
Yeah, but the thing is that once you've been with someone 7 years and you're not married to them, you should just get out and get something new because you'll want to. I mean,
well, you're telling the whole.
You've already wasted all.
You're telling the whole.
You're not going to get credit for those 7 years. You know that. When people say how long you've been married, you're going to be like 1. You're already depressed and upset.
You're telling a whole race of people to get out of their relationships because they usually
what race? The human race?
No, whatever race lives together before they get married for a long time. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know. I don't know. Is it Japanese people? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know this stereotype.
Norwegians. How
you
come
guys are killing me because you're both saying what I'm thinking. Bonnie is 100% right in the you don't get credit and I already want out or want something different. And Rich, you're right in the fact that I'm like, oh shit, maybe I do suck. Maybe I tricked her well enough that I should deal with it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, who do you think you're going to find? Everybody always thinks they could do better and the grass is always greener. Everybody always thinks, here's what happens. When I was married to my first wife, I go, oh, I hate being married. I want to get out. You know, I didn't hate her. I just go, I didn't hate her by any means, but I go, oh, I want to be single and I want to pick up girls and do this and party and have a good time. Then you're single, you pick up girls, it goes nowhere. You still feel empty inside, like my third CD. And you go, and then you're like, well, this was fun for maybe a half a year. Now I'm lonely and depressed, and this is going nowhere. And then you get into another relationship, and you got to start over, telling your life story, learning each other's.
Yeah, but you can tell whatever life story you want.
Nah,
I think that's the point, Bonnie. He's right. He's obviously right.
He's not right.
I am right.
Just because you miss your ex-wife, I mean, that doesn't mean you should give him this poor advice.
No, listen. I know about this.
He's 30. If he was 42, I would say, rethink it.
Well, how old do you think I was when I got divorced from my first wife?
I'm not talking about your marriage. I don't give a shit about your other marriage.
Well, don't talk about my other marriage like that.
How dare you bring Kelly up again?
Okay, because without the practice with her, we wouldn't have such a great marriage. All the things I learned, all the mistakes I made with her that I don't make with you.
She taught you some great sex tips. Well, it's like in a weird way I'm actually having sex with Kelly because everything you know, she taught you.
Are you kidding me? Norton taught me most of my stuff.
Oh, God. That's so awful that I'm having sex with Norton in a weird way. Oh.
That's true.
All right, Tom. Good luck to you.
Hey, Tom, I'll be in Philly.
I'll
be in Philly in January, the first week, right after New Year's Eve. One of my favorite clubs on the planet. And here's what you could do. Here's a little tip. If you're going to try to find a girl, do not do it on any websites where you can get caught. Say goodbye.
He's gone.
Oh,
he's long gone.
What are you holding up?
I wanted to talk about this. The tweeted breakup on the plane.
What happened?
Well, apparently some chick watched a couple break up on her flight, and she live tweeted it and took pictures. I just think it's mean. Okay, I'll read you some of the tweets. So this girl, Kelly Keegs, is tweeting about this breakup. She goes, this guy on the plane just broke up with his girlfriend and she's sobbing. And there is a picture where the girl is sobbing. It's a cute couple too, you know. Kelly Keegs.
First class or coach? It's
definitely coach. Guy, is this really a surprise? Are you seriously surprised at this information? This is Kelly Keegs tweeting that the guy said that to the girl. She tweets again. Now the girl says, great, just great. I'm so glad I paid $40 extra to be on this fucking flight with you. First of all,
what flight?
Extra.
Like, what flight's only $40?
Like maybe she was on a different flight and now she.
But there's nothing for $40.
That struck me as the oddest
maybe
part
she
of this
paid
whole
$40 for the extra rooms, the seat with extra room.
Like she moved up from the back of the plane.
Yeah, maybe that.
Then the girl, Kelly Keegs tweets that the girl says, you don't even understand why I'm fucking sad. You hate everything about me, all caps. Kelly Keegs says, this is the greatest plane delay I've ever had. Kelly Keegs, what the fuck? Now they're making out. I'm not kidding. She tweets again, we took off. They immediately ordered 6 vodkas and Bloody Mary mix for the 50-minute flight and chugged them in silence between makeouts. And so this has gone viral. So I want to know, like, what you think of that. Do you think?
I think we
should just be tweeting other people's, so-called private conversations.
I think you know what I think? That you should be able to be sued for that. I think it's like eavesdropping. It's like peeking through somebody's window.
You're not allowed to record someone, right?
No.
And then play it.
I don't think so. But it's like peeking through somebody's window, which is against the law. you know, who, you know what I mean? What if they were saying top secret stuff?
Like about what?
You know, I don't know, the nuclear arms race.
I've got a knife in my sock.
You know, just top secret. What if they worked for the Pentagon?
Well, I just think like it's funny to everyone, but obviously these two are not. They're not exhibiting their best behavior. They're breaking up. Nobody is great in a breakup. I'm pretty good in a breakup.
Did they put their picture in there? Did she put the people's picture?
Yes. Yeah. Look.
Well,
I mean, you can't really see their faces too clearly, but if you knew who these people were, you would definitely know who they are.
I don't know.
What do you think about break on a plane? 866-969-1969. Call us. Let us know how you feel about.
We have a lot of callers.
Hashtag break on a plane.
We have a lot of callers, but we don't know their names or where they're from.
We don't get how this.
So just take a go to one of the three.
No, you can't go. Can you go to them before you see the name and stuff?
Yeah, right there. There's one in Texas.
Oscar.
Hey, guys, I think if you're going to hang your shit out there on a plane like that, you know, what? You know, if the whole world sees it, so be it. You know, you should be more austere and keep your shit to yourself.
Don't use that accent and the word austere, my friend. It's complicated. I don't know. If you're, you know, sometimes you yell or you have a fight. What if you were having a fight with somebody and then that got tweeted and not the context of it? And
or what if
you've exhibited bad behavior? How would you feel if that was you?
I mean, I try not to, you know, exhibit bad behavior, but I mean,
you really do. I mean, I try not to, but it happens to me all the time.
What happens if you're getting along and you're making out and you're very passionate with your spouse? Should that be recorded? What I mean, does anybody have privacy anymore?
No, you don't. You don't have any privacy. You know what's out there. You know everybody's got their damn cell phones. I mean, hell, cops know not to beat people anymore.
Do they, though? Has that stopped?
Well,
I didn't know if it stopped or not. But you've got the official word, Oscar?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you.
No, it's out.
Oscar, cops now have to have those cameras on them, you know, the video cams, so whatever they do that is recorded. Now, if you're hiring a cop, if you got to hire one that knows how to edit really well.
Right. Well, I know we can't, you know, make out with our partner anymore because everybody's filming us.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's
what? Are you a cop?
No, the problem is the internet, and I've said this a million times, it gives people a platform that shouldn't have a platform.
I've never heard you say that, and yet you said it a million times?
I've said it a million times. You know, because like
I think I would have heard it.
If somebody goes to say your show or restaurant and they write whatever review, whether it be good or bad, you know, that might be the first thing that comes up in Google when somebody Googles your name. And, you know, it just...
there's no names on that, though. There's no names on that plane video, so it doesn't matter who the fuck those people are.
Right, but it's... I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't like it.
Well, you wouldn't like it, but you have no recourse.
I'll tell you.
I know there's no recourse. I just think it's obviously. I'm not suggesting that we make it illegal. I'm just saying it's in poor taste.
I would
people need to keep their. It is in poor taste. There's poor tasty shit going on all over the fucking planet.
I know. I've picked the one thing that makes no difference in anybody's life.
I'll tell you the truth.
I don't like. I'm outraged by this woman.
I wouldn't mind it if it helped me sell tickets at Laugh Boston, September 3rd through 5th.
Oh. Thanks for calling, Oscar.
I liked Oscar.
Yep. Yeah, Oscar's good. But this person, Edgar from New Jersey.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
What's happening?
Yeah, I see this type of shit. I read the news every day at work and stuff, and it seems like this kind of stuff is getting so watered down. I don't believe it. I think it was set up. This girl has 8,000 followers. I think she's just trying to get some heat for her Twitter account. I mean, at the end of the day, really, it's kind of corny, but I see stuff like this all the time, and it's just, I don't know, I just think it was set up.
Oh, you could just take a picture of somebody and then pretend. That's a good idea.
Or they even knew each other and set it up between them. You know, just, there's no faces involved or anything like that, and then just had this little, I don't know, a plot, if you want to call it, you know.
Why, you know, somebody that's not in the entertainment business that has 8,000 followers is kind of pretty good. If you think about, I mean, if they're just Joe Schmo with 8,000 followers, why are they trying to get all those followers if they're not in the...
8,000 is not a Joe Schmo. That's, you know.
Well, she's also very attractive. She is very attractive. So she's maybe she's trying to get into the entertainment business. Maybe she's trying to get a little buzz for herself. Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, 8,000 is nothing.
Look, yes, people in the business have 340,000.
Not me. I
Twitter
only have
followers.
about 60.
Whatever, but if somebody has 8,000, they're not just it's not just our neighbor down the street or whatever.
I would have 65 if I didn't block so many people.
Okay, whatever.
Can you go to Rob real quick in upstate New York?
Well, I don't know where Rob is.
Right there, 4.
Stop. I'm not going to do the phones. I'm not doing the phones.
I'm sorry, I asked you, please.
No, because I don't like being told what to do.
I said, can you please? I didn't tell you. I asked you. There's a difference.
No, you're like, go.
There's a difference. Rob, what's happening?
How you doing?
Oh, he wants to talk Tiger Woods. I would have never gone to that guy.
Well, maybe I want to talk a little Tiger Woods.
Golf in the morning.
Fine. You guys go ahead and talk.
Are you serious? Because, what, do you think I wanted to talk about the stupid broad on the plane taking tweets?
Exactly.
Okay?
The tweets were stupid.
Well, I know, it's stupid. It's give and take when you do radio.
Good morning, everybody. It's Rich and Bonnie.
It's fucking...
You like to start your day with a little marital argument? Here we go.
Like, I don't want to talk this.
You started talking about the tweets. I started falling asleep again.
I know, me too.
I want to talk about Tiger Woods.
Wins.
Go
I
ahead.
said, go ahead. Talk about Tiger Woods, you fucking babies.
You saw his triple bogey?
No, I heard that's what knocked
Rich had
him
a
out of
triple
it.
bogey the other day, and then he wiped it on his steering wheel.
He shanked the ball. You should have seen it.
I heard right by the green, right?
You wouldn't even do that, Rich.
Yes, I would.
It was embarrassing on national TV. Tiger Woods. It was embarrassing.
Did you hear my golf story this morning?
Yes, of course. I've been listening.
75, and
you triple bogeyed 18th.
18th on the one dumb shot, put it in the water. Then still 78's not a bad goddamn round.
Yeah, but 75 would have been nice.
It would have been the best ever. And, here's the problem with Tiger. The people. Okay, I'm not for or against Tiger. He's just a great golfer. But the way they tear him down, 2 years ago he won 5 tournaments, which some golfers don't win their whole careers. He won 5 2 years ago. He could show up to a golf tournament with a croquet mallet, and he's still Tiger Woods. So you know what? Go fuck yourselves. He's already left his mark in golf. So whatever he does now is a bonus.
But let me ask you this one question. What do you think's happened, though, that he's not the superstar?
He's getting older. He's getting older. Your body can't hold up. Like these young guys coming out are blasting the ball. They're more flexible. They don't have all the mental baggage that he has in life. Whether it be the affairs, divorce, kids. You know what I mean? And if you're playing golf, all that shit going on in your head, and he's getting older. These guys, that's why they have the seniors tour or whatever they call it, the champions.
Yeah, do you also think it's like a new breed? Like after he came out, a whole new breed of type of golfer came up. These young guys, like Tiger first played against, sort of the older type guys. They weren't these muscle guys.
You're right.
Now you got all these muscle guys.
Well, the work, look, you look at some of the guys like Stadler and some of these guys that were just big. First of all, I don't know how anybody could be overweight as a golfer because they're walking 30 fucking miles a week. So I don't know.
Well, look at the guy Jason Gore who almost won this week.
Yeah.
He's got a big belly in him. Did Bonnie leave the studio completely?
No, I was hoping she'd leave New York, but how do you okay, I don't know, these guys, people have been working out for years, but now guys are in the gym, they're strong, look how tall Dustin Johnson is, and Bubba, these guys, Sergio is tall, they're big guys, and they hit the ball 350
Hang on, can I just,
and also
Bo from Texas, you're on with these two guys, what do you want? With Rich and Rob.
Tell them to shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about fucking golf.
Thank you.
Unless you got a fucking speech impediment like Rich or that other dumb motherfucker.
Don't bring up his speech impediment or I can't get on board with you.
Wait,
I liked
really?
what he said right up until that point.
You want to talk about the stupid tweet? The girl on the plane with the tweet? I don't even know what that was about.
Hey, Bo, you fucking Texas idiot.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking hair lip motherfucker. Nobody cares about your date. Nobody gives a fuck about fucking Tiger Woods.
What do you want to talk about? Relationships? You want them to go back to talking about relationships? Come on.
Let's talk about fucking beating people up or something. Fuck. God damn.
Really? That's the only choice we have. We can talk about relationships, golf, or beating people up.
Hey, Bo.
What are we gonna choose, folks?
Hey, Bo. Even though I have a little lisp, I probably have accomplished more than you ever will in your life.
I'm sure you have.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bonnie talks. I'd rather hear about Bonnie beating the shit out of you.
Oh,
that's what I want to hear about.
Really?
You know what? You guys are on drive time in New York.
Oh,
well,
my
that
God.
really fucking means a lot. So who gives a fuck about Tiger Woods? Nobody.
Everybody have to fucking... You know, really? He's probably one of the most famous people on earth. Who gives a fuck about him?
I'll tell you what, the next time you get an opportunity, you ought to blow it.
Let me tell you something. If his penis was here right now on this table, I would definitely grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can believe it.
Okay.
Have a great day, Rich.
Is that all you got? You're that angry?
Thanks. I like that he was so angry, and then he was like, all right, you got me.
Who could be that angry? Don't you talk about
that angry?
Yes.
I'm enjoying the golf talk in the morning. So
Thank you.
A lot of other people are, too.
All right, thanks for calling in there, Rob, and you went way over
Wait,
your
one
time.
more thing. One last thing.
What?
What? You guys, I like you guys better in the morning. Can you put Opie and Jimmy on Tuesday nights and you guys do mornings?
We're going to try.
Don't
we're
worry,
working on
I am
it.
doing everything possible to take over.
And then
Look, shut up.
Well, don't hang up on them. The guys, from now on, you don't hang up on fans. You hang up on Bo. Bo is angry. He's an angry man. And right now,
I'll give you one. Paul from Canada.
Hey guys, how are you?
Well, I guess we're all right. Well, how are you?
Yeah. That guy's full of shit about Tiger Woods getting beat by muscle-bound guys.
First of all, just 1 second, Paul. Hold up. There is really nothing better than listening to someone with a heavy Canadian accent talking about golf. Okay, go ahead.
Why?
Bonnie, we're on the right side of the country. You're from fucking Western Canada. I'm in Eastern Canada, so we talk properly.
Well, I doubt that, but
Paul, there's many reasons Tiger's losing. It's strength. It's mental. It's
Rick,
getting.
Hang on. I wasn't fucking calling to talk to you. I was calling for you to listen.
Oh, listen! Don't you?
Man.
We can hang up on you in a second, buddy.
Shit.
Okay. All right. So with your
Canadian Paul.
All right.
Dropping the gauntlet.
That's like Canada going to war. Him talking that negative and mean.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. He's probably like, I got in a fight today. Go ahead.
Someone stepped on my foot.
No, without a hockey stick, we don't.
Oh.
All right, go ahead, stupid.
All right, here's the fucking deal. He's not getting beat by all these muscle-bound guys. The guy fucking practiced 5 hours a day for 20 years of his life. The last 2 years, he's been hurt. So, you know what? I'm with you, Rich. He's getting better. He's going to get there. He's going to fucking win again, but he's not getting beat by these muscle-bound idiots. He's getting beat by shooting a 7 when he's on the 11th hole. If he had parred the goddamn thing, that's 3 strokes there, and he lost one on the next hole on 12th. I mean, shit, he would have been tied with Davis Love. So, that's horse shit.
Okay, thank you for calling in, Paul.
But you don't think age has anything to do with it?
Oh, sure it does. But you watched him there for 3.5 rounds. He was fucking great. So he needs to get a little more tail from a couple waitresses that are a few years older than him. He'll be fine.
I was glad that Davis Love won. I love when older guys win those tournaments. Like, I would love to see David Toms win another one, or Duvall. Well, I would love to see John Daly in a second win a tournament.
Oh, it'd be beautiful.
I would love it. I love when underdogs and older guys win, and
who wear pants that color.
What's that?
And guys who wear pants the color that Daly does.
Yeah, that company sends me tons of clothing.
You guys talking about fashion now?
Yeah,
is that really what golf is about? You can talk about things that
those clothes
makes it okay.
The clothes I have, those loudmouth golf pants, the ones John Daly wears them. The company that's all right. Anyhow, listen.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
See ya.
Boy, people are very negative on these calls sometimes.
Well, let's see what Brett from Tampa has to say.
Hey, Bonnie, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for saying so.
You guys sound good today.
Thank you, Brett from Tampa. This guy's terrific.
I'm a bit confused. I know everyone went to golf, but I was calling about the couple breaking up on the plane.
I'll go back to that. No problem.
Rich, is that okay?
I don't. Whatever you want to talk about.
You don't ask Rich. I've already okayed it.
If you're as long as you don't talk about side splitters from Tampa, I don't mind. You could talk about anything you want to talk about.
Wait, that's a club that won't book you?
I used to, the guy's whatever. I'm not a big fan.
Can I just tell you something, Brett, and then we'll definitely get to your point. But anything, and this goes for anyone who's listening, anything you call in and say, just know Rich has to filter it through his Rich Voss brain and figure out where
I stand in this conversation.
Yes, it's all, and I've said this before, but I've watched television with Rich where he's been like, I sit like that. So that's just like how he processes information. So if you say, I'm Brett from Tampa, he's going to be like, when was I in Tampa? How did I do in Tampa? Do I have a show coming up in Tampa? Did I have a show in Tampa?
No, I have one in Boston, September 3rd through 5th at the Laugh Boston. And this Saturday night at the Melrose Improv at 8 o'clock. But go ahead. Talk about the plane.
Yeah. So, well, Rich, you said something about you think people that is if this whole thing was real, that people should be sued if they're doing anything like that. I completely disagree.
No, I didn't say
you did. I think you did. I think you did. You said, I'm Jewish and I want to sue people.
I think I don't know. I think it's invasion of privacy. You know, because those people, hold on, those people are not public figures on the plane. They're not, if you get, some, actress or rock star, a public figure, then it's different. But they're just regular people minding their own regular business.
Well, and I agree with you. Yeah, there is an invasion there, but what's going on is that they're doing this in a public place. And so now I'm just a guy sitting on a plane. I don't want to hear you two having your problems when I'm just.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
Well, you don't want to. Do you want to hear those two making wedding plans? You don't want to hear anybody do anything on the plane. You want to zone out. Okay, so if you're in a restaurant and families are having,
the only thing
if you're in a restaurant and the families are having a nice family dinner and people are videotaping it and putting it up, it's an invasion of privacy.
I mean, you're a public place, and that's the thing, that with everyone having a camera on their phone and social media, I'm not saying it's right, but there are assholes out there that do want to invade on your quote unquote privacy when you're in a public place, and maybe people like us just have to be more responsible about how we act in public, because pretty much anyone can be a victim of one stupid thing that you do.
Okay.
I think someone should live tweet a baby crying on a plane. I think that'd be cute.
No, but listen. I mean, you're saying we have to be careful what we do. Say a family is out having a lovely dinner, not doing anything wrong, just having dinner, and someone starts videotaping and says, look at a nice family night out with the Murphys, and
then he started hitting his kid.
No,
and I videotaped it.
No, but I'm just saying.
Happened.
You always say it's something negative people are doing. People will take pictures of you just walking down the street.
It's
being. What's that?
Well, we're not getting anywhere with this. Thanks, Brett.
We are lucky. What?
Can you introduce our guest?
No, you introduce our guest. Because you're all hyped up and Mrs. Morning Radio, Well,
I just want to do this first. I'm sorry. 1 second. I would like to talk about the lunch or dinner that we had at the restaurant in because if somebody had live tweeted that, it would have been super embarrassing. It was already super embarrassing as it was. Did you get a chance to read that, by the way, Joe?
I saw it online recently, so I'm good to go.
Okay.
What's your opinion on it?
So we're here with Joe Machi, fame of Last Comic Standing.
What season?
Right? Is that your fame?
The last season. I don't know what number. 8, 9.
I don't know.
It's one of the numbers.
I lost count at 1.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's so hot in here.
Thank you so much.
Isn't it?
You want coffee? You want a coffee? Or
he's getting me one. Yeah. But what I think of it is, it drives me nuts when people that I'm friends with on Facebook or Twitter post this, thinking that it's so clever. That, oh, look, these people were having this horrible event.
Yeah.
And I'm so funny that I posted it. It's like, write a joke. These are comedians doing this. And I'm like, write a joke.
You know, see, he knows what I like about Joe. He can see fraud in like you think Joe is just some sweet, nice, lovable guy.
He's not. He's not. He's a terrible person.
He's got anger,
and that's why we like him.
He can pick out fraud. He'll go, oh, that guy stinks, or that guy, and he gets it. And you think when you see him, oh, what a nice guy, but he's not.
Something unseemly beneath the surface here.
Huh?
A lot of people are talking that I've changed, and not for the better.
Well, you have to change, right? I mean, once you get some kind of notoriety and some kind of fame, you've got to change.
I think what happens is you see the same things over and over again, that the first 20 times you see it, you're like, oh, this is no big deal. And then after like the 100th time, you're like, I can't see another person go on stage and say, I'm the one black person on the show, everybody.
Oh, I had to follow that a million. Oh, I'm the only chip in the cookie here.
Yeah.
But
I never heard that phrase. I swear to God.
You've never heard that? Oh,
no.
But here's the problem with when you work with black comics, hacky black comics. Here's
Somebody
the problem.
should use that as their title on their album, like sort of like a nod, a wink.
Here's the problem. It's not the horribleness of the hacky comic on the road. It's the fucking pandering white audiences that laugh at all the bullshit that is being said up there. Like, whenever he says they're white guilt, and I'm backstage going, I got to follow this, and I already hate this fucking audience because they're giving him fucking leadway for bullshit.
Yeah, and it's like Gary Goldman always says, there's no penalty for unoriginality. That's because the audience doesn't penalize him. It's not just, that's just one example, though, the black comic saying, I'm the only black comic on the show, but it's all kind of stuff that you're like, oh man, this bit again? I followed two Bill Cosby impressions in a row at separate nights from different comics, where it was a Jell-O pudding pop, you know, with the current terrible situation that's happening.
Quaalude flavored something.
I followed a guy that stood on his head. He stood on his head.
But that's not what he's talking about, because that is actually very original.
No, it isn't. He's spinning around on his head.
I've never seen a comedian spin around on his head.
Listen,
I've never seen it. I'm not saying it's good or you would want to follow that. I'm just saying that's not exactly what we're talking about.
Well, no, it is. It's physical hack instead of verbal hack.
What was he doing?
I couldn't even imagine. I have a picture of it. I don't know what he was doing. I wouldn't listen because then I'd get more furious. And then he was doing a bit about cheerleaders and stuff, you know, and which has been done for the last 20 years. So, I mean, look, nice guy. Some of his stuff was funny.
Well, I don't even think audiences realize that it's a. Can you please honestly stop chewing your gum into the mic? I'm gonna throw down my headphones and walk out.
For
Is that
real,
what
you
want?
promise?
And do you want me to?
No.
Because you talk big. You're like, oh, do you promise? But the minute I started taking off my headphones, you'd be like, wait. I stopped. I did.
Is that would I stutter like that? Is that how I would do it?
Yeah, that's how you sound.
Yeah.
So, please, this is the last time I'm going to ask you.
That's your comedian spinning on their head.
Yes, thank you. No more gum into the mic. And now I don't know what I was talking about.
The diner, the restaurant.
So this happened. This is when you come on our show, Joe. You got to deal with a little bit of marital strife.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. So we go. Rich always wants to take Rain and I out for dinner. It's one of the things that he feels after golf he can do quite comfortably.
I like doing it. I play golf and I want to sit down and have a nice outside meal at a nice restaurant outdoors.
But you know what? And let me get through a couple of things. First, he irons his golf clothes. He matches his golf clothes. He spends a lot of time working out his golf clothes.
Because I'll be there for 5 hours, 4.5 hours.
Right. Then he comes home and he puts on the worst outfit to take us out for dinner. Like, see the shirt he's wearing now? This no sleeves.
I wore it last night.
Yeah, I saw it last night.
Yeah, he loves wearing this crap. He loves it.
Because it's comfortable. It's hot out.
I didn't marry a guy that did. I wouldn't have married a guy with no sleeves.
You're not wearing sleeves?
Yeah, but I'm a lady.
I wouldn't have married a girl with no tits. But I did.
I didn't hide that from you. I did not hide that from you. You knew that going in. You knew that going in. But what if I was a granny panty girl? See? You might not want that.
I don't know what a granny panty is.
Yeah, well, you're about to find out because I'm going to do it.
So what happened?
So he's wearing this horrible outfit.
No, I was wearing my
fine.
golf outfit. I still had my golf clothes on.
No, you weren't.
I had red shorts, yes, because I picked you up in the car. Remember,
Right. You were wearing your red.
And I was wearing a nice outfit.
Okay, so it wasn't nice, but whatever. So he's wearing his golf outfit. We go in. There's always a problem. Should we sit indoors? Should we sit outdoors? Everything takes forever for him to figure out. But he's also loud. So people are like watching this happen. And also where we live, Rich is a little bit of a celebrity.
Not only where we live, everywhere I go.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying that for everyone.
Don't just say it's in a certain...
We're here today this morning with Rich Voss. Rich Voss.
Only an 8 square mile. I'm a celebrity, only an 8 square mile.
No, but I mean...
But once you cross that line, that border of Hillsborough, nobody knows me. They only know me
I
within...
know when we walk around, people do recognize you. I've been in Marshall's where you've been a little ahead of me, and I could hear some people be like, I think that was Rich Voss.
You just say Voss. You don't even need the Rich.
Yeah, a lot of people do say Voss. Thank you.
I'm letting the people at home that are not in the tri-state area Google your name so they can catch up. But we go in, he's being loud, then we finally sit down, and then and he's never eaten. I don't know when we're not with you, but when we're with you, you've never had an experience at a restaurant where you haven't been complaining from beginning to end.
It's always a fucking...
It's always a problem.
Well, first they come over with that high voice, that waitress voice, like...
Hi, how are you guys doing? What can I get you?
Talking to me like I'm fucking 8 years old.
And then he goes, Rich will be like, can you talk in your regular voice to people? So it's like a little embarrassing.
I give him a better tip.
The thing is, yeah, he said before, okay, I'll give you a better tip if you talk in your normal voice to me. And then, but their faces, it's just they go from this like, hi, can I get you guys some water? Or what do you need? And then Rich will be like, can you talk in your regular voice? And they just go from like this to... Like you've punctured their...
No, I didn't. They go, finally, somebody that doesn't want to hear this voice. Somebody that can let me be
No,
me.
they don't. They're like, what kind of human... They look at you like you're the devil.
Don't you get upset, Joe, when people, they fake niceness? I mean...
I would rather have fake niceness than talk in my regular voice. Because I used to wait tables, and like, you just want as minimal hassle as you can. You just want to get through your day. Because you're not happy to see them. You don't want to see them. You want one customer.
If you don't want to see them, why talk in that voice? And
so because you got to fake it to get what you want.
Yeah, but don't you think if you were yourself, you'd get a better tip? Everybody knows that you're putting on an act because that voice is universal.
If I were myself, I'd be like, look how disgusting the floor is where you just ate. The things that people do at restaurants, you wouldn't do at your house. Or if you do, you're an animal. So they don't want to hear that. They want to be pretended that we actually care about you. Oh, I really want to make you I don't care at all. I don't know if that soda is caffeine free or has caffeine in it. I knew when I poured it. But now we're just going to have to go with it because I don't want to bring it back.
You know, it's so funny that a bartender can cut you off when you drink too much, but a waiter or waitress can't cut off a fat person. Like, can I have a piece of pie? No, you can't. You've had enough. You're at your limit. And that's what I want.
You want someone to cut you off?
I want honesty.
No, listen. This is the other thing that he does. And he'll say, like, loudly, though. Like, can you please... Because he thinks that everyone else...
Tell Dave to hold on. We'll get to him.
...is thinking... You just did. It's fine.
Okay, right? Dave, hold on. We'll get to you. He's a new comic that wants advice, but we'll get to him.
So he acts like everyone else in the restaurant is going to be thrilled that he's saying that. Like... He thinks he's garnering support.
What do you mean?
Like, you always, like, whenever you, like, are loud.
I don't get loud.
He's the leader of the restaurant?
Yeah, he thinks like, everybody's going to be like, woo!
No.
We have a consensus.
Say it.
No.
I wanted to say, thank you.
No, you're fucking wrong.
I wanted to
act like you're my friend.
No, I'm loud because I am hard of hearing, so I'm louder.
Oh, my God. So we're at this restaurant. This gal comes by to take our order, and she...
You're a fucking double agent because you were as mad as I am, but go ahead. Go ahead.
She was, but I could be mad, but I'm not like, let me tell the story, and then I would never do this, what you did. So she's talking in her normal voice, so it's a good start. It feels right, but then the food's taking a long time. The order's taking a long time. It's taking a really long time. And then Rich ordered a pasta, and he goes, is there
pasta? Yeah.
That's what I said.
Pasta, well, go ahead.
Do the people need to know the exact type of pasta that you had for this story?
No, they don't. I don't want them to think it was just plain pasta.
Why? God forbid. Why, though?
Because then plain pasta, then the rest of the story wouldn't work with just plain pasta.
Why would you order plain pasta?
Yeah.
You're right.
I want pasta with nothing on it. Just the noodles.
If you put salt even in that water. No, it was like a chicken with a kind of
chicken and sun-dried tomatoes and olives. It was healthy.
Yeah, but he also orders he's like, I don't want any butter in it. I don't want.
Yeah, it was a butter wine sauce. I didn't want it.
He hands them a recipe that his grandmother said, I want it cooked exactly like this.
Listen, it was pasta with sun-dried tomatoes, olives, artichokes, or whatever, in a butter wine sauce. I said, can you make it without the butter wine sauce? That's all. Is that hard?
That sounds reasonable.
Is that reasonable as a waiter?
That's reasonable.
Making that delivery to the...
I already don't like you because of the high voice comment, but that's reasonable.
Well, you have a high voice in life, but you don't do it on purpose. You have a high voice.
Yeah, that's...
But I'm not saying your high voice. You don't have the fake waitress voice.
He might have. You don't know what he's like.
I had fake waiter voice.
You did?
You asked me what I want. Let's see how
Hey, gang, how you doing tonight? Great, thanks for coming in.
You got some specials that you want me to go through?
Who wants an appetizer?
You didn't say, hey, gang.
Yes, I did.
I remember one time saying to a table, something. I was trying to push some kind of appetizer, and I go, "What do you think? You're going to give it a whirl?" And then this other waitress walked by and heard me, and then the whole night she was like, "Give it a whirl."
How about the waitress who said, "Here's a knife, so you can go choppity chop chop."
Oh yeah, and then you stabbed her in the face.
Go ahead. Hey, gang.
So he says he finally gets his pasta, and he says,
Does it come with bread?
Does it come with bread? And she goes, no, and walked away. And
first of all, it was very late. And tell me any restaurant on this planet that bread doesn't come with pasta.
Bread should come with the pasta.
Yes, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's with me on that.
And my friend worked at a restaurant where they
sold
chili, and then everyone asked for bread, and there was no bread. So she brought rolls once to work. To serve with the chili because she was so sick of people asking, and she got fired.
Wow!
For bringing rolls.
Yeah, because they were no roll.
I don't know why they were so hell bent on not having rolls with the chili. But so Rich says she's walking by, and Rich goes, "Listen, I need you to get me the manager or some bread. If you bring me the bread, I won't need to speak to the manager. But if you're not going to bring me the bread, then you better get a manager out here." And I was like, are you the mafia? It's like, it was so creepy. It was such a threat. Listen, I'm going to give you two choices, and I want you to think very carefully about this. You're going to bring a manager over here. That's not going to do too good for you. Or you're just going to go to the back and you're going to give me some bread.
Yeah.
If you give me the bread, I'm not going to mention this to your manager.
Yeah. I don't want to get her in trouble, so I was giving her the option. One, it took very long, so I gave her the option. Get me the fucking bread, or get the manager who's going to make you get the bread and yell at you.
Yes.
So I was being nice to her. Giving her an option.
Give me the bread.
An ultimatum, yeah.
Yeah. So she brought out the bread.
2 big rolls.
2 big rolls of bread, which I'm sure she licked before she put them in the thing.
Good.
And then, so it was embarrassing. And then this other table that was sitting next to us got up and was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan of the podcast, guys.
And I loved your movie." They go, "I loved your movie."
Oh, it was so embarrassing.
I go, "Did you hear the bread?"
He goes, "Yeah, I heard it."
You're like the equivalent of a heckler to a wait staff.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
I'm helping you. I'm helping you do your job.
Yes. That is such a good analogy.
No,
that
I'm just
true.
Look at. If I'm going out to eat, look, when I go have eggs, I want them over medium well.
No, that's true. I mean, I'm on board with the bread. I'm on board with the bread and the sauce. It was just the voice thing. Maybe.
Yeah, but if you go out after a while...
Oh, but he'll also say stuff to people that's like, he doesn't know, he's never worked in in this kind of job before, service industry, so he doesn't know. Like, he thinks that he should be able to get, like, I always say to him, if it's a policy, they're not going to break the policy for you because they don't want to get fired for some shithead they don't give a shit about.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to make an executive decision.
No, but that's the thing he's always saying. He's like, but I feel bad for people that he's putting on, you know, you make them walk a weird line.
Look, if you come into a restaurant, say you spend $80 and mints are a quarter, and you could have a mint, they should go, here's a mint without... it's an example. You just spent $80. If you make your customers happy, whether it costs you a little bit of money, a little bit of time, you're going to bring them back. That's the problem with business nowadays in this country. Every big business is about a quick fix. How can we make money now? Fuck the consumer. Fuck the future. Fuck getting recommendations. How can we rape these people now? So a good business...
They'll rape the people. I'll give you that.
A good business.
Do you know that's from?
No.
That's from Eddie Pepitone's special. He goes, I'll give you that.
A good business will throw you an extra thing. Will do something.
The thing that sucks, though, for the employees is that the manager's telling you, no, you do not give away that free mint.
Yes.
So the guy who complains, you're like, I'm doing my job saying no to this mint. And then they get the manager, and the manager's like, who told you not to give away the free mint? Is like, of course you can have a free mint. Now you look like a jerk because you were doing what the manager told, and he gets to be the hero.
So what you do is you sneak a couple mints and you hand them on the side.
Well, that didn't work for Roll Girl at the chili place, the terrible chili restaurant that's probably, hopefully gone out of business.
Yeah, what chili restaurant?
I don't know. It's on 7th Avenue.
Go to this guy real quick that needs fucking help.
Dave, Battle Creek. Where's Battle Creek?
It's
Michigan.
Michigan, home of cereal.
Actually,
what's that?
Detroit, actually. But love you guys. I'm loving the new show.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you guys some little tips. Like when I tell my jokes.
Dave, can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think you should be a comedian. No, why are you up so early if you're a comedian?
What's up?
Why are you up so early?
No, he's a new comic.
Oh, well, I work midnight, so I just got off work.
Oh, where do you work?
Midnight.
What kind of job?
Security.
I'm a subcontractor.
I don't know what that means.
Subcontractor.
He helps build stuff for...
Yes.
Yeah.
For subs? You build subs?
No, he's a contractor. Takes the contract and subs out.
I know.
The sheetrock, the roofing, the plumbing. Go ahead.
All right. So he's got a pretty good job.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I would say like my main problem with comedy is like I come off too mean. Mm-hmm. Like
you and me both, buddy.
That makes three of us.
Like I come off as a total asshole. And I just don't know how to fix it. Like,
don't. If you're funny, you're an asshole.
Well, here's the thing, though. In the beginning, I've seen this happen so many times where I've seen a comedian, when they start, they go on stage, they have an original voice. It's who they really are. And they're not doing well with the audience. But I get excited. I'm like, this guy is amazing. This guy is so good already. And then I'll see him 3 years later and he's like, taking out everything that's great about him. He's now killing with the audience, but it's just horseshit and it's awful.
He listened to some industry person who doesn't know what they're talking about that tries to make him cookie cutter.
Yes.
Don't ever listen to industry. They're fucking useless.
Can I tell a real quick joke?
I don't know if that's appropriate.
Guys, real fast.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Some constructive criticism.
Does it have the N-word in it? Don't do that.
Oh, it does. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't. All right. You guys got me nervous now. I got to go off the top of my head. Okay. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Obviously, Michael Jackson's been dead now for a few years.
So is that material. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought you were a waiter. Sorry.
No, but it's hard.
Sorry.
Okay.
He's been dead a couple of years.
Been dead, quite a few years now, obviously.
No one told me, but go ahead.
What, like 10 years, right?
And when he died, those scumbags from the tabloids took all those pictures in the room that he died in, and they said, "Oh, there it is. There's the skin bleach. We told you guys. He's bleaching his skin." Well, no shit, asshole. A black guy doesn't magically turn white. My only concern is, what I want to know, was he bleaching his cock white? But now that he's dead, we'll obviously never find out until we ask the children that stayed the night at Neverland Ranch.
Well, here's the problem. It's not that you're mean. You stink. No.
It's okay. I would suggest this. Never tell a joke off stage.
Well, I would.
Don't do what?
But it is hard to tell a joke, in such a cold environment. You're on the radio. There's no real audience.
Don't fucking sugarcoat it.
I'm just saying, look, I was on board with this guy from the
Rich, that wasn't a bad joke.
It's a horrible
It's
joke.
not a great joke.
No,
and it's got a lot of problems with it.
I'm going to help you out. Okay?
Should I stonewash my car?
No, I'm going to help you out in life, and it's just my opinion.
Wash your car?
Did you say, should I wash your car?
Not with
Stonewash
bleach.
my car. He knows what I'm talking about.
Do you?
No. What the Rolls Royce I try to buy on eBay you're talking about?
Never mind.
No, go ahead. No, I'm not trying to deter you from your dream in any way possible. One, you're talking about a topic that was so many years ago, nobody gives a fuck anymore. Two, we all know he was bleaching himself. And then you turn a hacky old premise into a dick joke, which makes it a double hacky.
That becomes a pedophile joke.
And then a pedophile joke.
A pedophile joke.
Well, dick, pedophile, all of it. So what I'm saying is, it's not original. If you're going to do
but
comedy,
there was something funny in trying to update a Michael Jackson joke. I mean, the
update.
Yeah, like it's a funny thing to be like, like you want to do a joke about like some old reference. It's a funny thing to try to bring it back into the consciousness.
Lyle and Eric Menendez.
Yes.
Man, they are.
I'll tell you.
How are those sweaters holding up in prison?
Goddamn Nixon.
But you got to try to figure out a way to make it a...
So I'm staying at the Watergate Hotel. Speaking of Watergate, here's the thing. The more you talk, and this is just my opinion, on comedy, and it's not right because everybody doesn't do it. The more personal you are, you can be meaner because you're personal. They go, well, this is who he is.
The Menendez brothers.
But even when you tell a joke like that, the only good Michael Jackson joke I've heard in forever was the Kurt Metzger one.
Oh, yeah.
About his father's funeral, where they stop the funeral to tell them Michael Jackson's dead. Yeah. And even that, it relates to him. It's not a broad subject that goes on to,
right.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's done a Michael Jackson pedophile joke. Even when he was alive, dead, 10 years later, bleach.
Oh, maybe, Dave, you have to be like, I can't stop thinking about Michael Jackson. Is there something wrong with me?
Okay, here's the thing.
I can't stop writing Michael Jackson jokes.
When I'm touching kids, the more you talk, in my opinion, about what goes on in your life,
who would want a white
or
dick
how
if they could get a black one? You know what I'm saying?
How you see things makes you original. Originality is what sells, okay? Joe Machi, his character's original. His character, yeah, there's topical comics, there's observational comics, and it's one out of 10 that become great. Brian Regan is great.
I like to be more like you and Jimmy, and you guys are in Patrice.
Can I just tell you something?
My favorite.
They're done.
Well, yeah. One's dead, one's dying.
And the other one's midway through his transition. So okay.
I don't want to be like Patrice at all.
No, but you're Dave. You're saying I want to tell the truth about society, and
Right.
You want to be edgy.
Right. So
listen.
It's not about being edgy. It's really not about being edgy.
I want
to,
I want to be Doug Stanhope. I want to be Bill Hicks, but I can't. I got to be me. So I got to make the best out of me.
Right, but you drew inspiration from some people,
That's true.
Yes.
I mean, that's how art works.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and you work as a subcontractor. You were working all night. There's got to be some crazy stuff that happens in your life or different ways you see the world because you're never awake when most people are awake. Right about, there's so many good things that are going on to get material from that aren't, I hate to say it, but if you're going to write a Michael Jackson joke, it better be the best Michael Jackson joke at this point because it becomes airline food. It's generic, is what I think.
Well, I mean, that was the only one I could come up with.
Oh, yeah. And it's not fair to judge your whole act off of that.
No, but if that's his best one he threw on the radio.
But if you're going to take 10 years to write a Michael Jackson joke,
you can't use the show as a credit right now either.
I like that was just like, I've got one chance here, so let me see. Let me think about my material. You know what I think they're going to like? A Michael Jackson.
Well, no, maybe the Buttafuoco bit.
Hey, Rich, when are you going to be in Detroit next?
I don't know. I don't. Listen, clubs don't use me. I don't work clubs. No. I always work the other club. I'm at the other. I don't know. I did one club there, Ridley's. This is a true story. This place, Ridley's.
Mark Ridley's in Royal Oak.
This is no lie. And a lot of times people don't lie. There's probably that week, I probably did 1,000 people that week.
It's a good weekend.
Easily 1,000 that week. One table of Middle Easterns.
Oh, God.
Got mad at whatever Arab bit I did and complained.
Did you call them Middle Easterns?
No, I know. It's like,
no, I call
I can't possibly imagine how you offended them.
Whatever the bit was, it was okay. So they complained, I'm not back at the club because I offended one table out of 1,000. Club owners are fucking idiots, some of them.
Okay.
And in my opinion, he falls, in my opinion, under the fucking idiot club owner category.
I'll be there next January, so I think he's doing a heck of a job.
Yes.
But in general, I agree with you. Why is it that the one person who doesn't get that you're joking, that you're at a building that says it's for jokes. Your job is to tell jokes, and you're telling jokes, but this one group doesn't get that it's jokes.
Well, you got to realize you're near Dearborn, and that's...
I know, it's heavy populated.
Hang on a second, Dave.
But wait a second. Go ahead. Let me give a statistic and then take this call. If there's 1,000 people in a club and 501 like you, you're in the Hall of Fame. That means more people like you than don't like you. Okay? So that way, guess what? You have more people recommending you next time you come in town. Right. Now, if you're in a club and there's 1,000 people and 800 people don't like you, there's a reason not to bring you back. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's like divided by 2 and then adding. Wait,
no, does that make sense? If you're...
it makes total sense.
No, because it's math. Okay, Tom, go ahead. Do you want to say something to Dave?
Yeah, I was just wondering, maybe a better sort of joke would be, hey, when Michael Jackson bleached his penis, did it get smaller?
Okay, what do you think, Dave?
I could barely hear him.
Oh, he said if he came up with a better punchline for you, which is if Michael Jackson bleached his dick, did it get smaller?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to take his joke, but
he's giving it to you.
Tom, are you giving him the joke?
Yes, he can have it. If anything, it's better than what he's got.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. If somebody has a better punchline even than that,
call in with your best Michael Jackson jokes right now.
Oh shit! Something happened to my.
Oh! It's Robert Kelly.
Screen.
Hey, you have 3 live reads. You know that, Bonnie? Do you know what live reads are?
Yeah, can I do them?
You want to do one now, or do you do it before? When are we taking a break?
Can we take a break?
Wait, how long can you stay?
And I
can stay.
You can stay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't want the break. I just feel like the people deserve it.
I got to take a piss.
Okay.
Don't we take a break?
He's saying yes. Don't worry about it.
All right. So, okay. September 3rd through 5th, I'll be at Laugh Boston. 3 through 5, Laugh Boston. And this Saturday night, the 8 o'clock show, I'll be headlining the Melrose Improv. Bonnie's on it. And
I got Governors I want to plug because it's coming up in September 18th or something like that, right?
Yeah. And we're doing some Atlanta Comedy Festival.
We're
doing a festival in Atlanta.
I got a lot of dates in September.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm really doing well this September. My last September was not great, but this one is really picking up some steam.
I'll see you in September. Then we're going to get back with Joe Machi and talk a little Joe Machi.
Yeah, one-on-one with Joe Machi.
So get into it.
Anything you want to plug real quick?
Oh, I'll be at the Charlotte Comedy Zone this Thursday through Saturday with Lachlan Patterson. It's a Last Comic Standing co-headlining double feature.
That's a great show. That's a great show.
It's going to be fun.
This is funny.
I guess we are.
This guy just wrote, Doug the Diabetic on Twitter. When Michael Jackson died, they lowered the Amber Alert to beige. That's a good one.
Well, it's good compared definitely to...
Opie and Anthony. Oh, good plugs like seals for fish.
You're just going to read some tweets?
See, the guy agrees with me with the mints. All right, whatever. People agree with me because I speak. I'm like a blue collar. I'm the everyman's man, and I fight for the working man. I fight for the working man,
but not unless they're in the service industry.
No, then just give a person what they deserve.
Give a guy some bread.
If they want pasta. Fucking bread, give them some bread.
You order chili or pasta, you should get some bread.
When you did Last Comic, was that the first season Wanda was?
We're here with Joe Machi.
Yeah, that was the first season. Wanda Sykes and Paige Hurwitz took it over.
Okay, I've known Paige forever. She's been with that. So when the one thing...
You made top 5, right?
Yeah, top 5. Got to do the tour.
That's fantastic. One thing that was horrible on that, or not horrible, I couldn't see myself, when you had to stand up and do comedy in front of two people like Wanda or... Who was it? Amy and Wanda, or?
Oh, it was Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, and the production crew, which was actually, there was probably 12 to 14 people in the room, and they actually did laugh.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad as it might have seemed on television.
Well, but you're going over your act, getting advice, like... I mean, some like this year, I think...
For whatever reason, this is what he brings up to people all the time, because I think this just seems, to you, it's like these are... A lot of these comedians that you see on there are professional comedians that have been doing it for a long time. You don't think they should be subjected to this kind of...
To getting advice from somebody when they're established headliners.
Also, when you're about to tell jokes the next night...
Yeah.
And someone says, "Be funny." Does that really help?
Yes.
You don't want to do an audible the day before.
Yeah. You know what? Don't do that material that you. I don't know how you can tell someone a couple of sentences.
Well, have you been watching this season?
No, and just because it's usually on when we're at the we're working in the city.
You don't have a DVR?
No, I actually don't have cable.
Oh my God, you're a millennial. But this is the thing. Wanda told one of the guys, a black guy, she said, "Don't be angry," which is a weird note to give somebody who has to, like you said, perform the next night. It's like you don't have time to rearrange all your material and
your cadence.
Figure out I better be smiling. But also, it's a weird note because at this point, I would love to see a really angry black guy on stage. Who is it? Where are they? Tell me who it is.
They're working the black circuit.
Well, I don't see him at the clubs, and I wish I did. I just think it's like...
Chris is pretty angry at
times. But that might be the last one. Or Patrice, I like that kind of comedy.
But it worked for them. They were being who they were. Like you said to the last caller, Dave, you got to be who you are. And if it doesn't work for the first few years, that's okay. But some of the advice they give is Rocky LaPorte, who's been a road legend for 26 years, they told him to speed it up.
Yeah, I know. His timing is probably the thing people know most about him.
Yeah.
Is your timing is impeccable. And they're like, you know what? That's hilarious.
This thing that's made you successful for longer than most people have been doing comedy combined.
Right. You put 4 kids through college by doing stand-up. But you know what?
When you went on tour with the 5 comics, because after I did the first season, I started my own tour. I put it together with my agent, me, Dave, and Corey Kahaney. And it was so successful that Last Comic saw us. And they go, well, we got to do a Last Comic tour, which I think they started the third or No, the fourth season. They saw all these tours were working from the first season and the second season, like Gary Goldman, Jay Lyon, whatever. They had it the second season. The third season was season 1 versus season 2, so there was no tour. But actually, we did do shows with mixed people, from season 1. So then by the fourth season, NBC goes, you know what, we got to do it. What the fuck? So they, I guess, put it in contracts that you had to do a tour, right?
Right. If you get to the top 5, you're doing that tour.
But did you want to do the tour?
Yeah, but you weren't getting theater money. You were getting what they were paying, right?
You were getting what they were paying you, but it was still a good amount.
Yeah.
And it was also a great experience because I got to work casinos that I'd never really done a whole lot. I got to see the whole country for free, and it was so quick. It was 56 cities, 56 dates in 8 weeks, 10 weeks. So we really were, it was a whirlwind tour.
Did you have to take buses?
We had a tour bus, and then we would fly sometimes, and the bus would meet us. We'd have vans for a couple days, and the bus would meet us, but...
so you didn't really have free days anywhere?
No, we didn't have a whole lot of time. I mean, sometimes we would get to a city early. We got to Denver early. We got to San Diego early, but it was mostly we were getting to places, telling jokes, going to bed.
I couldn't do that. I'd lose my mind because you didn't get. Did you get to come home in between?
I got to come home one time
in 10 weeks.
Yeah, we had a 2-day break, and I flew home and then flew right back out.
Wait, for 10 weeks you had to be on the road.
Yeah.
There's no possible way I could have done.
Hang on one sec. Go ahead, Craig from Georgia.
With you.
Let's make it quick.
Hey guys, I think this guy wants to be more like Rich and Norton. But the thing that makes them so funny is they put themselves in the joke.
Right.
He's standing from the outside. I think if he said something more along the lines of, I don't believe it was bleach because the whole time I was at the Neverland Ranch, Michael Jackson told me it was lube.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, I don't know how many more of these we can take. Wait, 1 second. Danner.
Hey.
What? Yeah.
Michigan is riddled with guys like Dave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's fat guys dancing on stage every night, and there's a Cosby, like Joe was saying about the Cosby jokes. It's all that shit, and no one's really doing this shit like the guy before was saying. They're all just trying to be a more famous comedian. No one's come up with new things.
Well, I mean, Michigan isn't really known as the comedy mecca. You don't have tons of clubs where comics can go up there and work out material like you can in Boston or San Francisco or Chicago, New York, L.A.,
Well, you can work. I mean, you can work out material every night there. It's just a drive.
Well,
you have to go around the whole state.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not like Detroit City alone or even the outskirts doesn't have tons of clubs.
Plus, you need to be bad before you're good, and I don't want to discourage Dave or anyone else, but
I do.
Well, okay, but you need. I think everyone starting out isn't going to be great. I mean,
yeah, not good at all. Nobody is.
No.
Well, right.
Bob Newhart was.
Yeah. And I'm not great. I'm not saying I'm much better than Dave was, but I'm not doing that shit. And I see it all the time, and it's real frustrating as a guy.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
Not long enough to mention. It's like a year and a half.
And what made you decide to, I myself...
You almost asked him the question.
What?
That you said you deleted that email because the guy said the first question, this is what he just said before he got here, the first question the guy asked him was going to do an interview with him was, how'd you get started? Why did you become a comedian?
I didn't know how you got started. I'm not saying how you got started. No, listen to me. Twist the premise.
Twist the premise. That's what I do,
Tammy.
Yo.
I'm not saying how you got started. I'm going, what made you want to start comedy? I always loved comedy as a kid, and I know why. I would listen to comedy albums to cover the pain of my parents' divorce, and I would laugh
Well, why
because
didn't
I was
you
crying
say
on
that in the interview?
Because the interview, the interview isn't why you wanted to be a comic; it's how you became a comic.
At us. Don't you find that rude?
I'm not pointing at Joe because I like Joe. I'm pointing at you because you don't learn. The 3 L's, okay? Listen, learn, and live. I made that up. Go ahead.
Do you think live should be on? If you're listening and learning, it seems a given that you live.
It was like the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. I'm like, how did firearms get in there?
I know.
Like drinking, smoking, and guns.
Shouldn't it be sugar?
Yeah, something else.
Oh, he hung up.
Oh,
here I was going to talk to him about a little comedy.
Let's get back to Joe. So, after the tour.
After the tour, I got to go on the road, and the cool thing is, like, people actually wanted to come see me. You know, the worst part. People say the hardest part of comedy is going up in front of people. No, it's the hardest part is going up in front of nobody.
Right.
It's way worse.
Yes, it's so
true. Way worse.
Well, I mean,
but also because your material you go through. When it's a small audience, you can go through your material so quickly.
Yeah, an hour-long set becomes 35 minutes, and the club owner's like, what's going on?
Sometimes I do a trick, if I think I'm going to go short, where I'll say to someone in the audience, oh, you're yawning, you're tired, but they're not. I just say it. And then when I get off early, I go to the club owner. They were really tired. They'd worked all day.
You do that?
I've done that a couple times.
At 7 o'clock shows?
Yes, I don't know. I mean, this audience was pretty tired.
It was a time switch.
So you're going on the road still. I mean, it did help. Last Comic helps get you into clubs. It helps, you just got to keep, producing different options in your career to keep you relevant. You do Red Eye a lot, right?
Yeah.
Do you do it with Shalou?
I do it with Shalou. I did it with Greg Gutfeld before him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I've done Greg's new show, which is it's cool because it's on at 10, so people on the East Coast can watch it live.
See you. Yeah. But isn't that a fun? I mean, that to me is the best show. The Red Eye. When Greg was doing it, I obviously loved it. Tom Shalou's a great replacement. But the thing about Greg that I love him so much. I know, sorry, Rich. Look at how angry he looks.
I'm not angry.
But he's like such a generous laugher.
He is, yeah.
Like that's what makes the show fun to do. He gets when you're joking.
He's pretty funny himself too. He's one of the few guys that hasn't done stand up that I could see actually being really good at it in a quick period of time.
Smart.
It's a fun show.
Well, that was dead. Now there's dead air.
Well, I was going to say something, but now I can't.
My daughter loves you on that show.
Oh, thank you.
Someone wants to know. Go to Jonathan.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Okay. So, is this guy the same guy that played the little blue bird from the movie Rio?
I've never seen Rio. I don't think I was in that.
We're not asking if you saw it. We're asking if you're in it.
I was not in it, and I haven't seen it, but I remember when
nigga.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't understand it.
I like it.
You do?
That's right.
I like a
you know what it's like? It's like immersion therapy for people who are easily offended.
I like people.
We're going to just put you in a room and have this guy say the N-word over and over.
I like people that speak their mind. This guy spoke his mind.
It's a good thing you cut him off, though, because he had to go hang out with all of his friends. All of his many friends.
He's very popular.
But I remember what I was going to say about Red Eye. People will come up to me like, oh, Fox News.
Yeah.
I can't believe you do that. And I'm like,
oh, shut up.
You haven't even seen the show.
Right.
And you're telling me like, oh, Fox News. It's like, I don't know, just let me do the show.
But are you politically minded?
Yeah, I would say I am, but I won't do anything that I don't put in joke form.
Right.
I think that's where it becomes, where you have your friends on Twitter and they're tweeting, don't vote for this guy, he's an idiot. And I'm like, that's disrespectful to your fans. Like,
yes.
who the hell am I to tell people to I don't know.
As bad as Fox News is, CNN.
Same difference.
Or MSNBC is just as bad.
It's just a different slant.
They're just as bad. They're both exploiting and doing whatever they can for ratings.
We should all just watch the news we agree with, and that way we'll always feel good about ourselves and bad about other people.
That's all anyone
I don't
does
watch
anyway.
any of that stuff. I just read stuff on the internet and make my own decision. But people think... Fox News is all propaganda and lies. Well, no more than any other. It's just, it's slanted towards the people that will watch Fox News. They're not going to go on Fox News and go, "Hey, we love Obama." Just like on MSNBC, they were never going to go on and go, "Hey, we love Bush." They're just entertainment. It's all it is entertainment. And Red Eye is basically a comedy show before it's it's a current event comedy show before it's
and there's no one ever says you can't say this, you can't think this, and most of the time I'm talking about crocodiles and robots. It just
I didn't know you did a lot of crocodile material.
Lots of crocodile material.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from State College, Pennsylvania, where Penn State University
Way
is.
out there.
Talk about people telling you jokes you've heard a million times. It's every time I say I'm from Penn State, someone's like, Jerry Sandusky.
Oh, that's a good reference to bring back if you want to do, right?
Hey, remember 3 years ago? No, I mean, like, I would never. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't even want to hear the joke.
I know, it's just so bad.
Yeah.
State College.
I love Sandusky jokes. I'll hear them. No, what if it's like...
When I first started comedy, the first couple of years I used to do it. I did a gig way out there. This guy used to book a room.
Wisecrackers or the Bruce Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was 28 years ago, 28 years ago, there was a room there. I did a room once.
Oh,
this
boy,
is funny.
let's hear it.
Wait, I don't know where I was working. It could have been it was Harrisburg, somewhere in Harrisburg. So this dentist was having his office party there, right? This is a true story. And I was on stage doing whatever, and I made fun of the dentist. The employees loved it. Whatever I did. So the dentist calls the club. Then the club booker called me and says, the dentist wants you to drive out and apologize to him. 3 hours. He wanted me to drive. I said, for $500, I will drive and apologize to him. He really was that fucking crazy, thinking I would come. Go ahead. Look at it. Why do guys call in? Look, does Rich mind that I
was just going to ignore that one. I don't know how to hang up on people without.
Just hang up with why you jerk off.
I don't know how.
The reason you're jerking off is because you're thinking of other people's wives. Maybe you should go out and find a girl so you don't have to jerk off.
But you understand, right, that he's saying that to get under your skin.
He's not getting under my skin.
That's not a true thing.
Because, look, someone's got to think you when they're jerking off, because I'm not, so at least he is.
Oh, but once again, what? You're pissed at this guy and you throw me under the bus.
I didn't throw you under the bus.
Yeah, you're like, she's gross. Go ahead, if that's what you get off on jerking off on gross shit, go ahead.
No, if you're going to sit here and read the paper while we're doing the show.
I'm trying to find something to fucking talk about. All right? This is maybe there's news in here that's an interesting story.
Yeah, there's news.
I'm doing a producer's job. We should have a fucking list of news shit in here.
They just come and drop a newspaper in front of you.
I had asked for it. I said, can we get a fucking newspaper? There's no water. There's no newspaper.
This is a fly-by-night bullshit radio.
I never gave Opie enough credit before, but the fact that he fucking sits in here for 3 hours a fucking day, Jesus
More than 3
Christ.
hours. 5 days a week.
Let's do this, which the fucking people will yell about.
What?
Why you're single. There's an article.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Oh,
in the New York Post. Why you're single. Sorry.
What?
I just hate talking about that. I don't know why anyone wants to
care about it.
Yeah,
because there's ladies in the world that care about if you're hooked up or not, and if they should hit on you.
Well,
are you on Tinder?
No, I am not.
I've never done that.
No,
You swipe in real life.
Yes, I swipe in real life, and ladies,
get away from me.
I'm a good swiper.
So you're not a relationship talking guy. It's no one's business in life.
Yeah, and I don't get why when people are like, did you see that Jennifer Aniston did that and Ben Affleck with the nanny? Who cares?
Well, you know about it, though.
Yeah, I know about it because it's like, I don't like Rich, I read the news, but I still see the headlines. You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
It's almost...
who really cares? I mean, like when I was talking about this on last night, they were talking about Jared being a child molester. Well, you have child molesters, rapists, heroin addicts, drug dealers, pedophiles in everyday life. In every, in this building, on this floor, someone is fucked up in some way.
Here's somebody on the phone that's fucked up in some way. Go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I consider myself the Jared of stand-up comedy.
Yes, because...
What's that?
I don't have a joke for it.
I like that when I enter the conversation, first thing he's doing is saying, on this floor, somebody is molesting a child.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying doing something fucked up, or you know what I mean, in every walk of life. But the news has to exploit it because some fucking guy that sells subs, Well,
what are they supposed to do? Ignore? That's the juiciest story of the year, for Christ's sakes. Because when you look at somebody like him, you go, I knew it. I knew there was something wrong, right?
He's lived quite a life from a nobody to top of the spokesman mountain and then down to the bottom of the raped in prison.
How come you don't come around anymore?
What do you mean?
Well, because last night when I was at the cellar, I stopped in. I was talking to this comic that has been going there now, this guy from England.
Jeff Leach.
Jeff Leach.
Hello.
Right. And
hello.
And
I'm Jeff Leach.
And we brought up your name, and he goes, I've never met Colin, but I hear he's a great guy. So I'm going, well, he's there every fucking night. So if he's never met you.
Colin Quinn on the phone for those of you.
I've never met Colin, but I hear he's a smashing chap.
Yes.
Why doesn't he say chap if he's English?
Maybe he did say chap. I don't listen to all the words, and I try to.
With some big English guy standing there.
Yeah,
he's the Tom Rhodes of the British.
Why Tom Rhodes?
Well, remember, Tom Rhodes used to have long hair.
Yeah,
and be like all
good looking. Was Tom Rhodes good looking?
Tom Rhodes was like a player.
I was a fucking player.
What's that?
I was a player.
You weren't a player. You were kind of a player, but in a real.
You were a player, but in the way of like girls wanted to be like, I'll be the hottest girl he ever fucks. Like they were players in the way of like girls were like, I need to fuck this guy. He's hot.
Right.
There is a difference.
That's very well put, by the way.
Thank you.
Do a routine on that, actually, but
a routine. Thanks, Dad.
Or maybe she should turn it into a one-person show.
Well,
hey, I've been wanting to ask you this. Has Jerry seen the show yet?
Voss was a player in the sense that he was like the guy. He was like the wingman for Zohan.
No, you know what we used to do in the bar.
More than it got. I realized it was kind of complex. I'm not saying it was the greatest joke ever written, but it deserved a little more.
You're doing compared to what we've been hearing today.
Well, we used to. Me and my friend would go to the bar, and we would do a lap around the bar. But he would walk like 15 paces behind me and see what girls pointed or said something about me. And then I would do it with him. And this way
you couldn't tell the gagging and the puking as you walked by.
But then this way I would know. Do they get me a coffee? This way I would know what girls were interested.
And which girls your friend could lip read douche.
Yes. Exactly.
I could just see you with a fucking open shirt. Some shitty chain, like an $80 chain.
No, I you know what? I had those for a while. I was wearing those. Remember those workout pants that were like baggy and some were like leopard skin or.
I wore those. Yeah, crazy pants.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
What were those called again? They had a special name.
Crazy pants.
No.
Is that what they were called?
Yes.
And they were workout clothes. And they didn't have belt loops. They were like tight around the waist, elastic.
I wore those too.
Everybody had them. All the cool people.
Like MC Hammer pants?
Kind of, only workout stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
It was the ultimate douche look.
It was horrible, and
douchebag.
It was so. It was like if you weren't going to Seaside or Belmar, take those off.
No, it was really creepy.
Would you beat up people who didn't have those pants on?
I can believe Boss would them. I can't believe I would.
Do you know Joe Machi?
Sure.
He's in studio with us today.
Hey, Colin.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, I haven't figured out Joe Machi yet, you know?
You what?
I was at the cellar. I haven't figured Joe out yet. You know what I mean?
He's an enigma.
Yeah, he is.
We're not a racist show here, Bonnie. I kind of figure him out.
Okay, good.
You know what I like about Joe? You don't know this, Colin?
What?
He will trash bad comics.
He will?
Yeah. He can see through them.
You know what's... Can I tell a story about the cellar from the other night?
Yeah.
A reporter came in.
A reporter came in. Hey, Joe, what's going on?
I guess she was talking to Godfrey outside, and she was trying to write
Bonnie's riff when she's in the middle of riff.
I know, just ignore me.
So awful enactment.
She was trying to write a story about colleges being tough for comedians.
Oh.
She sits down at the comedian's table.
Who is she writing for, though?
I don't know. I did not stick around long enough.
Can you just give me a description of it? Was she like in her 30s?
She was probably in her early 30s. Pretty brunette lady. I don't know who.
Big tits, Joe.
Thank you, Colin. I didn't want to.
I don't recall that. Not to my recollection. But she sits down at the table and she says, Seinfeld said that colleges are hard. Which was 2 months ago. I don't know why she's writing about it now. But
he didn't even really say that.
He didn't really even say that.
Right.
And then she goes, but isn't that just because Seinfeld isn't funny? That's what she opened with.
What?
That's how she opened her question at the cellar table. And all of us were just like, no, he's actually a pretty good comic.
He's all right.
So this article is going to be terrible. I don't know.
What an idiot, though.
Yeah.
And she sat down and probably thought, like, hey, I'm hip. I fucking know what's going on. And shut up.
Yeah, she made it a sentence. She made it a sentence before everyone there was like, what are you talking about?
Now, I have to keep my journalistic integrity by not taking one side or the other. But let me ask you this. As a horrific comedian, do you guys think that limited Seinfeld?
Those are the times where all the complaints, those are the times when Patrice and Nick DiPaolo, when they're at the table, that kind of shit doesn't go on. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I would say something to that girl. I would have, trashed her. And then everyone would have been so uncomfortable because when women are mean to other women, it's like the worst thing that could ever happen in people's...
What do you mean? It's like the hottest thing.
No, it's like I've had fights with other female comics at the table, or not fights, but trashed them for stuff.
Off and you go, no, you didn't.
People want to stop that shit right away. It becomes very, very uncomfortable because I think you're just really not unless you're watching. It's like either you're not used to seeing women kind of have a disagreement with one another. It's always either very nice or it's housewives. It escalates into the craziness.
Yeah, but if anybody was there. Was Keith Robinson?
A glass of wine in her face.
Keith wasn't there. It was late. I remember Jeff Leach and I were there, but there was someone else there too, and I don't recall.
Again.
Here's the problem, Colin. You know this
I've never met Jerry, but I heard he's a nice chap.
The new wave of comics at the cellar and all over the country are too nice. Their feelings get hurt. Okay, it stopped. I think it stopped with the Jay Okerson crew, and from him down, they're all getting hurt and offended. Okay, because when Keith and I sit there, and smash them, and we're the only two laughing, it's
either you guys are not funny, which we refuse to accept, or
no. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just New York is turning into L.A.
Well, it's so hard to...
I don't like the fact that in the past 5 minutes, me and Bonnie have tried to digress just into little riffs in the middle of the conversation. And instead of giving it the 30 seconds, in comedy, usually you give somebody a little time in between your dumb point. You and Joe Machi have bulled ahead and ruined good side riffs. on both me and Bonnie's part. I don't appreciate it.
I didn't hear.
I've had two. Listen to the tape.
Which you will, by the way.
That's a fact.
We're just steamrolling.
Listen,
Colin.
here's the problem, Colin. You're talking during my breakfast break, and I'm trying to pretend I'm listening.
But that's all the more reason you should shut it.
Yeah, exactly.
Riff.
And also, if there's no better thing to do than listen while you're eating, are you really... With a 141 IQ, you can't eat and listen?
Well, first of all, you fucking double agent. You'll go against me no matter what.
I'd say what I believe, and I don't care whose side I turn out to be.
Listen, you have a 141 IQ. That was a compliment.
Okay. There's no use even denying it anymore. It's like...
I'll take the test on air. I'm done with you people.
This will be his 9th time taking the same test. Score goes up slightly higher every time, except the 7th went down a little bit. But
I'll take the test and I'll put money on it. That's all I'm saying.
I'll put money. I'll be glad to put money on it. I'll bet you whatever you want.
I don't know how to bet, but
you will not. You will not go above. If you break 100. I mean, but there's no way you're going above 120. You're under 141, Dumbo.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I really do want him to get a 141 because I like the idea that I married some people don't get him. Like do you know what I mean? Like maybe you don't understand what we have. Sometimes we're talking intellectual shit late at night, you know.
Yeah. No.
If it comes out that he really only has like a 97, people would be like, whoa. No, the mystery is gone.
No,
yes, exactly. He's a glorified Jeff Leach.
Jeff Leach is one of those men that can. He
can bang them all.
He can bang them all.
You know,
because he's nice though. This is a weird thing too. I don't care if it's fake.
It's new in town nice.
I don't care if it's fake.
It's new in town nice.
I don't care if it's fake. There's something about like one night we were walking and some guy just like held the door open for me.
Right. As
Rich was like 18 feet ahead of us, and you know what I mean. I was like, like.
If anyone's ever watched Bonnie taking the kid and boss was trailing. It literally is like watching like a Moroccan family from like 80 years ago. It's like, come on, bitch, hurry up, bitch.
He does, and you know I can handle it, but it is nice. One time, this is so sad. This is such a sad thing about me. But a woman dropped her sweater or something, and her husband bent down and picked it up and handed it to her. And I remember being like. Like, it was just such a wonderful moment. I couldn't believe she got that. Yeah, because
you didn't want to pay for the dry cleaning.
I started crying. Like, he's so good to you.
Are you kidding me? I've picked you up off the ground many times in life when you have fallen, mentally and physically.
Yeah, well,
I'm here for you.
When I have to wake up next to you every day, it's no picnic.
Oh, yeah. Well, you think you're a cat? Are you kidding me? I'm in my prime.
You're in your prime?
Yeah.
You're 68 years old.
I'm in my...
What? I'm sorry. Your balls are 68 years old. Why do you think you're in your prime?
Because
like what if we got a divorce, or let's say that I died and you had a little bit extra money, what kind of woman would you go for?
Would I go for?
Yeah, who would you get?
I'd probably get some hot, like 32-year-old.
Really?
Like a female comic?
Like one of Jessica's friends?
My Jessica's only 25. My daughter's
She could easily have a...
Oh, I'll tell you, I was coming out of 7-Eleven the other day, and this girl was walking in. She was...
no, is this your bit?
No, what's that?
Is this a bit?
No, this is true. I'm walking out of 7-Eleven, and this girl's walking in, and she was cute, little hot body. And I was like, whoa, check this out. And as I'm walking by her, she goes, "Hi, Mr. Voss." She was one of my daughter's friends.
Oh, gross.
I didn't say anything to her. I was just looking at her as I walked out and going, oh, look.
But was this story really like it was a hot dude?
No.
No, because it actually, people would be like, well, aren't you going to be upset that your husband was looking at women? It's like, no, it gives me comfort.
Hi, Mr. Voss.
You're the one, and Voss picked it up right away. I want to listen to this whole segment back right now, because the first part of the segment was you go, Jeff Leach something, and then Voss goes, why? He picked up right away that you were like totally turned on, and you wanted to totally blow Jeff Leach immediately.
Every time she sees him, she melts like a little fucking schoolgirl.
I can't help it because he...
Go watch him do stand-up and see how much you like him.
I'm never going to watch him do stand-up.
He's like, Bonnie, one thing not to disturb you. I am uncircumcised, as many of us in you.
I like the guy. I have no problem with the guy at all.
Nobody asked you your opinion on the guy, fucker.
No, but he always asks me questions about myself. He always says, how's your daughter? I mean, it's like a weird...
So would Bobby Collins.
I'm just saying, he seems lovely,
Charming. Look,
he's very
complimenting me, and he's never met me. Haven't met the chap, but really looking forward to it. Sounds like a lovely...
Yes, he's... Look, Bonnie, it might be all fake. I don't know.
No,
he's a kleptomaniac. Who knows? I'm just saying, it's nice when I run into him.
Say the truth as a woman. Ready? It might be all fake. We don't care.
I don't care. Just the way you don't care if I've got injections in my ass to make it look like that. Okay?
Exactly.
You know what?
You don't care either.
But what questions are there left for me to ask you? Okay, how was your Brad Axelrod gig on Saturday? What's left?
Me?
No, to Bonnie, for me to ask Bonnie. He asked questions that I asked 7 years ago.
I was like, boy, this interview's really getting down to the bare bones. Boss turns on the caller. What questions are left for me to ask you?
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just saying. What's left to ask Bonnie? What the fuck? How was CrossFit today?
Got a point. Jeff Leach is coming in smoothly. How's your daughter? If boss asks, how's your daughter? You're going to think he's a psychopath.
Well,
you're right.
I'm not expecting Rich to have that.
She just wants a thoughtful, come home and there's a fucking rose on the counter once in a while.
It's not, you know what, Colin? I appreciate what you're saying, but who gives a shit about flowers? When he comes home from wherever he is, he will not look me in the eye. He does not say, hi, how are you? I'm home. No, it's like he's just been on a Coke binge and he's embarrassed about it. And that's how he comes in. He goes to the couch. He lays down. Sometimes I'll be up in the room doing laundry as a wife and mother that I do a lot of laundry. And he won't even come upstairs and say hello. He'll just turn on the TV and start,
That's not true. Don't act like I'm Archie Bunker. I'll yell hello sometimes. Yesterday when you woke up, did you notice there was coffee next to your bed?
Yes, I thought that was very sweet.
Yeah, why don't you bring that up?
Okay, he put coffee next to my bed, so I don't know why I'm complaining.
Okay. If I had a rose, I would have put that next to your bed, but I didn't, so I made you a cup of coffee.
I'm not looking for that, but I'm just saying, there are little things that, hey, how are you?
Road.
Yeah, you can.
Coming up the road and not saying hello and making eye contact is a little psychotic. Let's face it.
Sometimes I put both hands on the sides of his face and I'll be like, just look at me for a minute. Just look at me. And he fights. It's like I'm injecting him with lethal injection. He's like, no.
I'm not a very intimate guy. I'm a very secluded guy.
Well, that doesn't mean, yeah.
I'm just, I've been hurt so many times. I got to make sure I don't get hurt again.
Who hurt you?
My mother.
Oh.
God. It's getting deep.
Every women were put on this earth to hurt men.
I like that Joe Machi's sort of in the conversation, but he's a little bit intimidated.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you because you made a big deal about it earlier, but I think it's great that Rich just cares too much. That's why he doesn't say hello.
No,
is that what you think? Is that the twist?
I don't want to be hurt. That's why I'm going to turn on the TV.
Oh,
Dr. Steve just texted me. He wants to give me the IQ test.
Oh, okay.
Who does?
Dr. Steve.
Where is he?
I don't fucking use. I got a text, so I don't know where it came from.
I'll say this. I've never met anyone, aside from Rich Voss, that wanted to be on the radio so bad as Dr. Steve. I mean, he is like in love with.
Yeah, some people love radio. It's true.
He loves being. I mean, I'm sure he would take TV if he could get it. He's just. There could be not enough time in the day for him to be.
But he's
extolling the things that he knows to the public.
But he's giving out good information.
I'm not
he's
saying
not
he's a
fraud.
bad person. I'm not saying he's a bad person.
You are subliminally.
You did it this time without any help. Good job.
How are you gonna? I know, and now all he has to do is find the right word when he said secluded, and he meant like withdrawn or whatever. But
I don't.
Yeah.
You can't pick them all out.
I see him sunbathing nude. Secluded.
Okay. Hey,
when Dr. Steve gives you this test, I want to call back and hear the results.
No, he will. I'll believe you me. Once we do the test,
Is it going to be right now?
I'm not going to. Yeah, right now. You know what? I'm going to first.
No, right now he's giving an enema to someone who's 85, so he doesn't quite have the time. But I bet you he's been on the radio before while he's been injecting patients with stuff.
He doesn't inject.
He's like got that phone on one hand.
He works at a hospice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that old people?
What she said, 85 enema.
No, they're dying. He works with dying people.
With the dying people
that have cancer.
Sorry.
Please, from now on, every joke has to be a literal, medically appropriate terminology. Boss, you're a joke killer today.
Today. Rich has lost his sense of humor, Colin. Help him get it back.
He's in joke hospice.
He'll just, I'll say something that I think is, amusing, and he'll just plow right through it to say what he wants to say.
He's been doing it to me today. That's what I'm complaining about.
Yeah.
Joe Machi's no innocent either, let's be honest.
I've changed for the worse.
You've changed for the worse. Well, this is the thing I love about Jeff Leach. I've never said a joke where he hasn't acknowledged it.
Oh, brother. Do you like his 10 rings?
I was thinking like that's, because there was the fight at the cellar there that night, and he's like, I'll never let this happen again.
I'm telling you, he held up those rings to God, and Thor sent down a lightning bolt to his fucking rings and gave him extra strength.
There was a fight at the cellar. What happened?
Oh, that was weeks ago. Someone in the audience. Oh, we have another guest. I forgot we have another guest. Come on in, sit down. Colin, do you remember, or do you know Michele Balan?
No, not at all, probably.
Sure I do. Of course I know Michele Balan.
She just walked in the studio.
Oh, my God. Hi, Michele.
No, she's not on the headphones yet.
Fine.
Let her sit down, and we have a great guest on the phone. It's basically whenever they do these shows like Bobby Kelly, Opie and Norton, me and Bonnie. It's just a bunch of rotating same fucking people at different times. That's all it is. Oh, we got Colin tonight instead of tomorrow morning.
Hold on. Life is, boss. That's all fucking life is.
I know. It's just a rotating cast of the same fucking... What's that?
You should have got Bonnie to blow Jeff Leach and get him in today.
We had Jeff Leach in on our Tuesday night show.
He kept going, Colin, no, this is the one thing. He kept going like, I'm just joking. Which was, kidding.
Look at those people.
You have to say that when you're in the room with boss, apparently. This is the literal guy today.
You know what? You make a good point.
I'm going to start saying it, too.
Kidding.
If you don't tell boss you're kidding nowadays in the past, there's no attitude. It's like, well, guys, let's be serious.
Because why? Because why I say it like that? No, you know why? Because when he laughs, he realizes he has to stop flexing his biceps. He'll lose control of that flex, and that's all he does is sit around in his sleeveless shirts flexing his biceps.
What a narcissist.
Yes, a little bit. Did you? Well, I come from a long line of narcissists.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Charlie.
Yes, I can't help it. I come from a long line of narcissists. And
go ahead.
You could ask Bonnie when we were having Thanksgiving dinner and everybody went around telling what they were thankful for.
Right.
There was like 20 people, and everyone said something pretty serious. Even Rich and I got a little serious. And then Rich's father thanked himself for living as long as he lived. He said, I looked in the mirror and I said, you know what? You've made it a long way. Thank you. And it all made sense.
He just turned 87. God bless him. And he's walking around. He's 6 years older than you, Bonnie?
He
No,
he looks just 6 years older.
And so, Collins, are you? Like when you do? I don't know how to put like. When you do a new one-person show, or like you do your
slam coming,
no, it's
incoming
not,
slam.
No, this is not a slam at all. Like, do you see?
Brace yourself, Colin.
Look, out of all, like I have 4 CDs, and hands down, I like my last one better than all 3. Okay,
Yeah.
do you, when you're doing new shows like this? I know you had 4 one-person shows. Do you see a progression? Do you like one better than the other, or you just say, "Hey, no, this is just a different thing"?
Rich.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll let you answer, Colin, but I know that he was going to slam you. When I said incoming slam, he switched it.
No, I swear to God, I
You
was
switched it.
I was asking
I'll
him
tell
a
you
real
what, buddy.
I was
no,
asking.
he wasn't going to slam me. He just wanted to get in and he had 4 CDs.
No,
Yes.
no,
Okay,
no,
I see
no,
it.
no, I didn't. I say that anyhow. I said
The
it.
question was fucking the most boring, stupid. The only reason anyone would ask that was if they wanted to put up that they had 4 CDs. Do you like anyone better? What do you want me to say? No, they're all my children.
Well, you should have aborted that first one.
No, I'm just saying. Do you like? Okay, you don't go
slamming me, you goddamn phony idiot.
Listen to me, you fucking on the way to being a Bodak. What I'm saying to you, what I'm saying, you don't go back.
We have a boat act in the
room.
yeah.
Oh, you're
Michele
right.
Balan.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. She does cruises, not boats.
Tomorrow on the Staten Island ferry, it's going to be like
She does cruises.
Circle line.
You don't go back and do any of the old stuff.
No.
So
I mean, I like to record those old ones.
right.
Why are you saying? Well, why are you asking such a shit question? I don't know.
Well, if you haven't seen Unconstitutional, it's available on Netflix and it's fantastic.
No,
so should-
but he has a new one. What's the new one called?
No, she's there.
I know. I brought her.
Don't
I know
try to
he has a
attack
new
her
one that's
when-
in the. It's.
Don't. Here's the problem. He's trying to attack you because we're zeroing in on a very serious problem, which is Voss trying to throw his 4 CDs in there or trying to trash me in the middle of this thing.
How?
We almost caught him, and I was trying to wriggle out by
Yes.
attacking, lashing out at all of us.
Here, Bonnie, tell Colin how many people recognize me at his show.
A lot of people recognize Richie.
No one's denying your level of fame.
Thank you. And how did we get? And they wrote
We
an
were
article
name checked in the New York Times.
in Colin's article.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one, huh?
It was a good article.
That was a great joke, though. That was a real thing. By the way, I like the fact that you didn't call me afterwards and go, hey, that was a good one. So dumb. If that had been like some shitty, if that had been like Good Times in 1989, you would have fucking called me immediately.
Well, he didn't call you though?
No, he didn't call me over that. And I even called and left a message.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't, because he usually, that's like in his mind would be a good way for him to like talk about himself and re-go over how good that joke was. And he'd be like, hey, great article in the New York Times.
I know, I just tried to do that now.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, it was pretty good.
It was. The reason I didn't call because I was in an area where I couldn't call.
You called me immediately and you were like, look, I made it into the New York Times article.
In the fucking Ramapo Mountains with the area where I couldn't call.
He's been banned from every A club in the country.
He's with Sprint.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Thank you for calling. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks,
call in anytime you want to call, and anything you want to plug. Any upcoming? You had Chuckles in Mineola.
Years later.
Bye, Colin.
Shit in Your Pants Comedy Club next week.
So Michele Balan's in.
Hey.
Joe, do you know Michele?
Yes. We go back.
You're both last comic alum.
I gave birth to Joe.
We're last comic standing alums.
Yeah.
Have you seen her vagina since?
When I was on there wasn't. I could still stand. That's how long ago I was on that show.
You were. How long ago? Like who won your season?
Josh Blue.
Oh,
Josh Blue.
He's not. He doesn't have cerebral palsy. You know that.
Yeah, I know. He was
It's an act.
drunk all the time.
You're on Crooked Up. Get crooked. You're on. Because I played hacky sack with him backstage.
No, Richard.
I'm only kidding.
He was just trying to get the ball away from him. A ball? That's
So Josh Blue won your season.
Yeah, of course, you can.
But now
know.
you both have a similar thing that happened to you on the show, which is
Who did? Me and
you had
Joe?
to keep going up and
fighting for my
fighting
life.
for your life, and so did you for
You
whatever
too?
reason.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
They keep picking the good ex.
Wait, when you were on it though, they had the challenges, because they change it every year. Now it's I don't know what the hell it
They
is.
had the challenges, but then if you didn't win the challenge, you could be challenged to tell jokes, which is good. Why is that the penalty?
Right.
But people kept challenging me, so I had to keep burning material.
I know. That happened to me. I was, I was using Josh Blue's material. I got cerebral palsy.
Well, they were trying to get you off the show.
They were.
Where is that the reason?
They do.
I'm asking you.
No, I think they were. They were because immediately they went for all the women, of course, as you know, and they challenged all the girls. And it was me, April Macy, and Roz. No, April Macy, and what was her name?
Roz?
No, not Roz. Roz was on it, but she wasn't challenged. It was, what's her name?
She's real sick.
I know. It's terrible. She's very sick. But she stabbed me in the back on that show. She really did. Yeah, it's terrible. But I don't want her to be sick. Huh?
On your show?
Yeah, on the last comic, yeah.
Roz did?
Yeah, she did.
Well, that's because they were still voting and stuff for each other,
Yeah,
right?
I'm funnier than and all that bullshit.
Who's the other girl that was on your show?
Oh, what's her name? I'm trying to think.
Eliza? No.
No, it was April Macy. And what was her name? She worked at VH1. What was her name? I don't know. That's why I think
I can't think.
Jesus.
What season were you on?
4. It was in 2006.
Go look it up in the back.
2006. I was
season
on.
4? You were on season 4?
And I'm still riding that credit.
Oh, Amy Schumer was on. Wasn't Amy Schumer?
After me, she was on.
She was on 5?
5 or 6, yeah.
Oh, holy fuck. How many seasons are there of this?
Well, then it went away, and now it's back. It's only season 7 now, I think. 6 or 8.
Who was the girl? Nikki who? Nikki Payne? Nikki?
No, she was, but the finalists, what the heck?
Who were the
was her name?
finalists from season 4?
It was April, could you look at it? April Macy, me, the women, Roz, and it was, what the heck was her name? She worked at VH1.
You said that 12 times. What was her name?
What was her name? Jeez, I'm too old to do radio now. How do you like that?
Anyway, the point is that I don't think that was the audience voting on you, Joe?
No, it was just the judges.
Just the judges. So you had the audience, and the audience kept voting for you.
The audience, right?
Yes,
we had,
they loved you.
Yeah, they
But,
did. They did. Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Yeah.
Let me explain this.
We don't understand it, but
I don't
that's what
either.
happened.
The judges were not voting. The producers were voting into the judges' earphones.
Well, that's what happened. That's when the whole thing blew up, because remember when they had Dan Natterman and all of that, and he destroyed?
Yeah, that was my season.
Was that your season?
Yeah,
and
it was very upsetting.
And then they didn't go through, and the judges were like, what the fuck? But it's all casting. It's all,
Yes, but
it's not about...
Of course.
You know why I got on, I think? Because when I auditioned, they go, why do you want to be on Last Comic Standing? I say, because you need a fucking old broad on here.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I think that's when they thought, you know what? We probably should put somebody older on here. I think that's what it was.
Well, but you always were funny. You did well.
I did well on it. It's so funny because they were shocked. I think they put me on thinking, okay, we're gonna go, put somebody older, will look good, but we'll get rid of her right in the beginning. And then they couldn't get rid of me.
Right.
I swear to God, they couldn't get rid of me. They were like
the
pissed
thing
off.
was that it was a feel good thing when you kept winning, because you were you did seem like the underdog in that situation, that they kept going for you.
Kept going for me every time.
Did you make the final? What did you make? How far?
I was 4, number 4.
So you went on tour with them too?
I did some tours, but I got a little screwed out of that. I got a little screwed out of some of the tours. Of course, it became the Last Comic Standing tour the season after.
Oh, that's
when I was on, it was, Comedy Idols, because they didn't endorse it, Last Comic Standing. So, I always seem to lose out. That's, the story of that's the title of my book. I always lose out. I'm going to kill myself. That's the title of my book.
If you do that, can you do it on air? Because if you... Do you know how fucking great
that would
our
be?
Ratings would be if she blew her brains out now?
Well, what am I going to blow it? The last thing I blew was a birthday candle.
How do we monetize it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but she's got those new teeth. I would fucking... You know how much those resale value of those are?
Are you kidding? When I'm buried, Rich, I want to be buried with an open coffin, smiling. That's how much money these things...
I just want...
No, you guys look like...
I know, we both the Jews. We lose our teeth. Isn't it great?
I just want a hole in my coffin where you can see my teeth.
Exactly. exactly. We went to the same. I'm telling you, I was saving up money to buy a house. Now I have to move into my molar. It would have been cheaper to hire people to chew my food and shove it down my throat than what this costs. It's fucking, and you got a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he paid cash.
So did I.
Weird.
I mean, I swear to God that all my money I made on my, when I was doing well, that one season, I swear to God, every paycheck I go, just write it out to Dr. Lipner. Because I swear to God, that's where all my money went, was to the freaking dentist. It's so expensive.
So what happened after last comic? You did the tour a little bit.
I did the tour. I worked. I mean, what'd I do? I mean, it kept me busy. It kept you busy, didn't it? Did it keep you busy?
No, I didn't. I honestly, really, and this is the only thing I got out of the last comic was I married that guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, oh, God. Did you sue the show?
I sued the show.
Okay.
I didn't know this was going to happen.
Sued the show.
Have you ever done a cruise ship? Have you ever done?
I've never done one.
Me either. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
And
God.
Now, you go on these boats. What's the longest you got to go on for?
Well, the thing is they book you for maybe a week you're on, and I do maybe one show. So the whole time.
Wait, but don't you do one going down and one coming back and one clean, one
they
dirty?
Don't. Well, they do so, different cruise. I mean, Royal Caribbean is my fave. I do a welcome aboard show for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes.
And there's kids and adults and everybody.
Yeah, you got to kind of clean it up. But I'm as clean as, I'm not squeaky clean. I mean, I do the best I can, but so far they haven't fired me. And then I do a late night show, which they let you do anything you want in the theater. I do it in the theater. I do,
How much time do you do? An hour?
I could do, my late night show is whatever I want, 40, 50, half hour, whatever I feel,
And so do you have an opener or just...
No, just me in the theater.
Somebody introduces you and you go up and do your thing.
Yeah, the cruise director. But when I do celebrity, I have to do 2 45-minute shows.
Different ones?
No, two are the same on the same night because it's early seating, late seating for dinner. It's all about the food. So we're just, you know what we are, the entertainment. I mean, there's some great entertainers on cruise ships. When I first got booked on a cruise, I said that's the end of my career. Not like I had a career, but whatever it was, it was completely out to sea now. It's gone. And I tell you, I have met some of the best entertainers on these cruise ships. Some of the best piano players, best violinists, best singers. One woman won America's Got Talent. I mean, these people are really talented, so I don't feel so bad. I'm wondering what the hell I'm doing there. Why are they using me? I shouldn't be along with them.
Your low self-esteem is making it so you can't even be a boat act.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly.
But you're on this thing this whole time.
So you're on, but here's the thing. For me, you go on, okay, like on Celebrity, I do the 2 45 minutes, and then I do a late night show. Sometimes you have to have a lot of fucking material. I mean, you really got to pull out shit from I'm not voting for Nixon again. That was crazy. You got to pull out a lot
Michael
of...
Jackson?
Let's get Dave to call back in.
I know.
This guy called in with a Michael Jackson joke.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I was going to do mine, so I won't.
Do you have merchandise you sell?
I used to sell DVDs and CDs and blah, blah, blah. And, nowadays I'm so, first of all, with luggage.
Can you make an extra $1,000 doing that? Can you sell 100? Can you sell 100?
No, not anymore. I used to be able to sell some, and now it's not even worth it because by the time, especially DVDs, by the time you pack your luggage and you got to pay for your fucking luggage with the extra baggage, you're thinking, I'm going to end up where I am, so fuck it. It makes me feel bad if I'm standing out there and nobody buys, I feel bad about myself as it is. I don't need to be standing there and they all walk. You were great. Really? We'll take it now.
Now, where, do you get to eat? You don't have to go in some special cafeteria?
No. If you get on a cruise, you're a guest entertainer, which means you're a guest status and you're an entertainer. So it's great. You have all the privileges. I go swim. Honey, I'm a Jewish woman. I'm laying in the sun. I'm going swimming. I mean, a lot of people don't enjoy it. I do. I mean, I go to the beach. I go shopping. I mean.
But you can't have, you can't have sex with other guests, with other, if I was a comic, I can't pick up a girl that's on the cruise.
Well, I don't think it's because you're working. I think there are other reasons why you couldn't pick up a lady.
That's your...
It's nothing to do with your career. But anyway...
Is the crews are all sleeping together and all the people that work together?
Here's the great thing about Royal Caribbean. I get to go to the crew bar. with the crew. That's the greatest thing. That a celebrity doesn't let you go to the crew area. The crew bar is like a whole other world. It's like the best. It's like all the people who are up there feeding you and doing this. They have their own karaoke. They have their own DJs. They have their own.
It's like in a casino.
Oh my God!
It's like the Escape from New York.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. It's exactly it. It's like these people that walk around. I mean, I do a lot of jokes about the crew because they're so. I mean, these guys, they're so. I mean, they walk around. They work 7 fucking days, 7 days a week, like 12-hour days.
Wow.
And then some woman says to me, "Wow, they're all foreigners." I go, "Did you fucking hear me? 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You think Americans going to do that job?" I said, "Imagine if these people were from New York. They'd be like, clean your own fucking plate. What do I look like, your mother?" And they smile and they work, and they're so, but it's terrible because a lot of these people, they're away from their families for 9 months at a time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this one guy, this waiter, had a baby. His wife gave birth, and he hadn't even met the baby yet because you can't leave your contract. You have to stay to the end, or you lose the job completely. So,
Oh, my God.
or you have to fly yourself back home to the Philippines if you want to leave early. It's tough.
Well, as a comic, don't they fly you? They don't
Well,
give you
as a comic.
They don't give you a direct route. I heard they bounce you all over.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes, yeah, they do. They'll fly you via England to go to Florida. It's ridiculous.
To save $10.
Yeah, to save $10. But
I get fired the first week.
Oh,
I get fired.
I had a hard. But now, I mean, a lot of the ones I'm doing are local, like Florida. Well, actually, this year I went to a couple of the islands, and they've been pretty good. They've been giving me better flights. I had that problem once where they flew me from Puerto Rico to Hawaii. They flew me from Puerto Rico all the way up to, I don't know where the fuck I went, up there to come down. I was on 5 planes, and I was like, that's it.
Wait, whoa, to get fucking to New York from Puerto Rico?
To get to Puerto Rico to Hawaii. 5 planes.
Oh, my God.
5.
No fucking way.
I'm
Really?
not, yeah, I was like, that's it. I can't.
But
then once I was in Hawaii, I was like, look, I'm in Hawaii.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. I was like, I hate this shit. Oh, look at this. It's Hawaii. You know what I mean? You forget.
Do you get to put you get your own miles? Do they put it under your name?
Yes, that's the beauty. I have like almost 200,000 miles on American and all of this. Yeah, you get the miles, which is fabulous. That's the good part.
Can you...
You
Can
pay.
you be any more Jewy than that?
No.
You get the miles.
You get the miles. You get it. Hello, I'm Judy Golds, everybody. How are you? No, it's not a bad... I mean, look, I'll be honest, I missed the whole fucking winter this year. I was on, you guys, I don't know if you checked my Facebook page, but while all of you were shoveling snow...
Not at all.
I was waving
I did,
with
I
a
did
martini
see-
from the
yes,
beach.
yes.
Yeah. I was like, hi, I'm working with my little margarita, and I'm over it,
So I'd have an anxiety attack. Wouldn't you lose your mind?
Oh, yeah. Plus, if you bomb, you're stuck on the boat
That's
with all the
right.
people.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be seen.
you
I'd
gotta-
be at the crew bar.
Yeah.
You got to bring a fucking wig.
Yeah.
If you bomb on the way down, can you imagine that? That fucking Bob, Gullop.
Yeah.
He was doing a cruise, and he did a show on the way down. And then he was sitting by the fucking pool, and some lady was talking to him, going, "Yeah, we're gonna go to the comedy show. We heard the comic." No. Somebody goes, "Yeah, this is a great cruise, but we heard the comic stinks."
Oh,
right?
God.
And
Oh,
Bob
God,
goes,
yeah.
"Yeah, I heard the same thing."
That's happened, yeah. Who was it? Was it one of the guys? I don't know if it was Ross, but I don't think it was Ross, but it was one of them who bombed so bad he stayed in the room and ordered room service the entire fucking time.
Oh, my God.
Did not leave the room. He just stayed in his cabin ordering room
Not
service.
Ross, man. He's funny.
No, he's funny. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you're funny or not. It depends. Like when I did one cruise out of Alaska, and it was 1,000. What are you pointing at? What's that?
Watching her stuff her face with a corn muffin.
He's not talking about me, by the way.
Yeah, or
He's
me.
talking about her daughter.
Come here, give me a bite. Go ahead.
So, what was I saying? So there was 1,000 people from India. They were doing a charter. 1,000 people from India. And I'm the comic.
Okay.
My God. And I was like this. I mean, I was fucking dying. So then afterwards, the production goes, you said the word shit in my regular show. You said the word shit. I go, honey, you're lucky I didn't say fuck in that show. It was like, and then that was the same situation where now I'm stuck on this ship and they look at you like, I hope she has another job. You think this is just like, this might be a hobby and blah, blah, blah.
This
Right,
is
listen.
something that I think always...
We have to take a break now.
okay.
We have to, and we'll come right back. A quick plug. What do you got again
I
coming
got Charlotte's Comedy Zone this Thursday through Saturday.
Do you have anything you want to plug? Your website, anything, Facebook,
Yeah,
a gig?
tweet me, my Facebook, Michele Balan.
All right, and I'll be at...
Balan.
I'm at Governor's on September 18th, 19th, whatever that
and
is.
Laugh Boston, I'll be there September 3rd through 5th, and this Saturday, 8 o'clock show, Melrose Improv headlining. We'll be right back.
Well, Michele Balan is here with us. That's who you can hear talking. My wife hates me in the morning. We're almost done. We've almost made it.
What time did you start? 7 a.m.?
Yeah, 7 a.m.
Wow, what did you guys talk about?
I don't know. We usually just
Michael Jackson joke. It's been mostly Michael Jackson jokes.
Wow, what? You know what my Bruce Jenner joke is?
No.
I don't know if anybody else...
We don't sit in the audience on boats. So how do we know?
I don't acknowledge Bruce Jenner, only Caitlin.
Go ahead. What's your Bruce?
No, but before
okay.
I go, because a lot of these people do it. I go, because he had that car crash. I go, ever since he became a woman, he can't drive.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Well, you can't tell the joke and then go, that's a good one. We have to make that decision.
No, I like that one.
Let's vote on it. Bonnie, do you like it?
I give it a A+.
An A+?
Yeah.
Or is it, I guess it's not the number system, like, you know.
What do you give it? I give it a B.
I give it a B.
Yeah, we see me and Joe no
Really?
comedy.
Yeah.
It's a B. It's not. Listen, it's not
Since he
going to.
became a woman, he can't drive. I think that's like.
Well, first of all, I don't like the way you're using your pronouns.
Okay.
Just intermixing
here's
them.
the thing: it's a driving women joke, but it's okay. I give it a B+ on a boat. In a comedy club, I give it a C+.
I'm going to break it down for you. Bruce was not a woman yet when he had the accident, so...
No, he was in transitioning. He was You saw that. He looked like Mrs. Doubtfire back then, before he all of a sudden got gorgeous. I don't know. See,
Yeah.
it's nice what millions of dollars could do, right?
It just goes to show when you're having sex with a hot woman, I always say this because of the Wayans brothers when they did that White Chicks movie.
Yeah.
It's like, look, they can make two black dudes look like hot blondes. I mean...
Well, you think his wife is hot?
Who?
Bruce Jenner's wife was hot? You're saying...
Chris?
No, I'm not talking about his wife at all.
You see what happens when you're having sex with a hot
woman. Yeah, what were you meaning?
No, I'm saying, like, yeah, she might not be hot. With hair and makeup and when you got a lot of money, you can, with the right tools... Anyone can
She went
be
from
hot.
looking from Mrs. Doubtfire to the cover of Vanity Fair, like in overnight. I'm like, what the fuck? What did you notice that? Like she was so, and then, but now you don't even. What's so funny is that she's more popular. I think it's all a money thing, because the Kardashians, well, I think they were starting to drop a little. So what, Kris Jenner was thinking, what can we do now?
But how could it? I mean, that seems
But you know what?
Crazy.
That Kris Jenner is.
I
tell
get
you,
that.
she
I
is
understand what
such
you're saying.
Yeah. She is really something, that woman. She knows how to make a dollar, that Kris Jenner. Look.
I think this was just a lucky break for her.
Excuse me, you and Michelle. Me and Joe don't care about this shit. We could care less.
I don't even want to say their names.
Yeah. I can't stand them either.
Less. And I can read it on his face, and he sees it in mine. We talk comedy. That's what we do. Let's talk comics we hate. No.
Let's do that. Okay.
Let's talk overrated comics.
Let's do that.
I don't even want to do that.
Underrated? How about underrated?
No? Okay. Underrated, probably me and Bonnie are the most underrated comics in the business. I would have to go with me.
I'm not even rated.
You can't say someone shouldn't say their own joke is funny and then be like, I'm the most underrated comic.
Thank you. Pointing out that hypocrisy.
So you live in Jersey. You got to come, Joe. You got to go back home and come back in again.
Yeah, Jersey's great if you like the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, you took the bus in?
Yeah, I took the bus.
Oh, get out, really?
Yeah.
Do you have a car?
I have a car. I drive a luxury car. Thank you very much.
What kind of car do you have?
I have a Lexus.
Wow. So Joe's making a few bucks, man.
It's used.
Yeah.
It's not one of the new Lexuses.
I can't even afford a used Ford, so.
Is it one of the sports ones or?
No, I'm a sedan guy. My sports car days are behind me.
So why do you have a car? So that you can drive to gigs?
I like to drive
Why
to
does
gigs.
he have it so he can get bread?
I hate flying so much.
Well, he lives in Jersey. He has a
I go
car.
to this, there's supermarkets with parking lots and aisles.
What are you mad at me for being sarcastic?
I'm just saying, if you're gonna, put the knife in, at least have it be witty or funny.
Oh, really? When Colin, for a half an hour with Colin, you didn't attack me?
Yeah,
and
but we were being quite witty about it.
Well, you said, why does he have a car? And I said to go get bread. That was kind of
because
witty.
he could live in the city.
He lives in Jersey. Didn't you just hear me go, you live in Jersey?
I know. He could live in the city and get rid of his car.
So what you're saying is you're moving
I'm
him now.
asking him. I'm
Would you
asking
move
him
in
a
the city?
fucking question.
Well, you're saying give everything up and get rid of
Joe,
just
you and
to
I
move it.
just talk. Let them argue.
Just to
So,
get,
Joe,
wait,
so
get rid of your car to move to the city? You're saying...
No,
I was just asking him a question. What do you use your car for? You know what? If you want to fucking get bread, you fucking cunt, why don't you shut the fuck up? I'm asking a couple
and I
of
just want you to know
questions.
that their 8-year-old child is sitting right here in the room. I just want you to know.
Headphones
Yes.
in.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
She got to get
Thank you, Michelle. Is so look at how uncomfortable she's become. She's like she can't handle it.
She was listening. She changed the channel.
Michelle is like literally having a heart attack right now.
that's
She
all right.
can't take it.
We're like a couple on the cruise arguing.
She's
in the
like, oh.
But why would I want to live in New York City when you gotta be
When
rich
it's so
to have a
inconvenient.
barbecue
Yeah.
and all the stuff that's great about New York City, I don't care about.
You don't?
I don't go to Broadway shows. I don't care about. I will eat
You
it.
don't?
Yeah, but look, now you got to take a bus back and forth today.
Yeah,
I don't
now, if you
blame
lived
him.
here, you could go home and nap and then come
As I
back.
looked
I
at
leave
your-
the driving to the pros, and it's great. I mean, have you been on a bus lately?
No, good for you. No, because you're right. Why you're a spitting distance from New York.
I'm right across the river. It's way cheaper.
It's way cheaper.
Where are you?
There's
Like
free
Jersey
parking.
City or something like that?
I live in Weehawken, where Lincoln
Oh.
Tunnel comes out, and
Oh.
it's a. But you think the thing is like it's so much cheaper, and I have a car to drive to gigs for. I'm gonna drive to Charlotte because if I can avoid flying.
This was
I
the
will
question
do it.
I asked him.
I will do
this
it.
is exactly what I asked him. He said, I have a car because
So I
I'm
could
going to drive
to Charlotte.
Yes, what do you think a car is for? To sit there and watch? It's to drive to whatever you got to drive to. That
Well,
was
makes-
the dumbest question.
It makes sense. Why wouldn't I live in the city when I'm working in the city every
Yeah.
day? But
Yeah.
Why do you have why do you have a sofa? Hey, maybe to sit on.
Why don't you have sleeves?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, why do you have a refrigerator to keep your food cold? Why else would you have a car? You know, as smart as you are, you're pretty dumb too at certain times.
First of all, if the great thing about you is that if you think you've got me over a barrel, you've never seen this kind of joy in his face ever, have you? It's like, look at, he's not laughed. He's not made one joke this whole fucking...
How long are you guys married now?
I
How
made
long
a
has it
lot
been?
of
At least
jokes
8
today.
years?
They went over your head.
No, you're not fun with other people. You're not generous with your laughter.
I was fun
I
with
think
Joe.
he's very generous with his laughter.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Joe
Thank you.
Machi.
Yeah, and
Well, I think you're very generous too with your laughter.
No, she's not generous. And if she had a car, she wouldn't give you a ride like you would, because she's selfish.
He's not going to give me a ride. He's going to be like, take the bus.
Get on that.
I have to.
The bus is not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, you
Have you
can't.
been on a bus?
You can't pick up women after shows. You can't
Dan
be like,
Nannerman tried to kiss me on a bus when I first moved to New York City.
Wow. Oh, boy.
He denies it. He heavily denies it. But I remembered.
Wait, do you take buses to gigs?
No.
Not with a car.
No, not with a car.
Did you take Amtrak ever?
No, I used to take New Jersey Transit. If I can't, I'll take
Thank God.
LIRR New Transit. Yeah.
But you
Thank
know,
God we're having
Charlotte
this
is only a couple
conversation.
$100 flight, isn't it?
No, it's actually like more like $350, and you have to. I fly out of Newark, and it's all connecting.
Yeah,
and if you're going
Charlotte.
to connect, you might as well just drive because by the time you go to security and then you wait in between flights.
Yeah, but you
and
could
then-
be sleeping while somebody's driving if you're taking a flight. Otherwise, you're going to stay awake to drive to Charlotte. That's a long
Charlotte's
drive.
a 12-hour drive.
Yeah.
No, it's
Holy
like it's
crap.
about it's a little under 8. It's not too bad.
Oh, that's not
jeez.
that bad.
And I speed.
Oh, and that
Yeah, look at
Lexus.
that Lexus sedan. He's going crazy.
I drive like I tell jokes. Nobody's safe. Watch out.
Do you, is it a white
Do they-
Lexus?
I'm sorry?
It's white, right?
It is burgundy. Check magnet.
What year?
2006.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, same year I was on that Last Comic Standing.
You
It's
went
that old.
from like before Last Comic Standing, because I remember you came up to me and go, "I'm doing my first headline gig in Pennsylvania."
Oh yeah,
and I told you you're going to kill. It's going to be funny or whatever. I was nice to him.
He was very nice.
Was he nice to you?
I went up to him right away when I saw Joe. I saw you at Caroline's do, I think, the new talent night or something. And I was like, man, you're good. I hate you.
Oh,
I said that.
You were all very friendly.
I wasn't. I remember being mean to you. To your face.
I don't recall that at all.
Well, you didn't know he had a car then, though.
I did not know he had a burgundy man-mobile.
Before that, this'll get your dick hard. I had a 99 Ford Escort.
I don't have a dick.
I used to have a Ford Escort.
110
That's what I had.
ponies under the hood.
I just had that, a 99 Ford Escort. I just sold it.
It's a good car. They're good
Oh, my
cars.
God. I just had a 99 Ford Escort.
I had a Ford Escort. I had a
is
Chevy
really amazing to
Cavalier.
you.
Before I got famous, I had a Chevy Cavalier blue wagon, and I used to do so many road gigs on it. It must have had 180,000 miles on a Chevy Cavalier wagon. Drove it forever. Now we have a Mercedes and a BMW, but we're at a different. We're headliners, right?
Yes.
What year is that BMW and the Mercedes?
2013 and 2012, I think.
So I guess you're still popular then. You must be.
We're doing all right. We do all right. I just came out my fourth CD.
If you do enough,
it's the best one, so pick it up.
I have a CD out now. It's called Shipwrecked because
Do you got CDs?
No, I'm trying to record one. I'm trying to book a place to record one right now.
Well, do one in Charlotte. It's a great club.
Yeah, you just got to record off the board. It's easy.
You can record off your fucking phone. You have an iPhone?
No, I have a cheap phone, but I might just end up doing that. I was thinking about maybe trying to do it in New York, but maybe
you can't do an hour in New York. Where are you going to do an hour at?
The Village Underground place has been letting you people do that.
Hey, Natasha, my friend Natasha Leggero's on the phone.
Hey,
Natasha.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm sorry I missed you guys. I would have liked to have been with you the whole time.
Yeah, we would have loved it because these two weren't working out.
No, and I'm a big fan of Natasha.
Wait.
What?
Rich, you and Bonnie are you guys are like the Richard Burton and Liz Taylor of our decade.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Who's who? You.
That was only for Bonnie. Yes.
You fucking stole that roast. You've been hearing that, but you really.
Yeah, you were the best.
You stole it. It was a treat watching you do that roast. It was very fun.
Never heard Rich say treat before.
I just want to be. I'm trying to be on special behavior because I'm a big fan of Natasha's.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Rich. Thank you. I love you both. Are you still doing your podcast? I've listened to about 10 of them. And
I'm sorry. Well, Natasha has a show on Comedy Central that if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's called Another Period, and it is so good and so funny. It's really it is so funny, Natasha. You came up with that, right? That was your idea?
Yes, well, Ricky and I came up with it together. But
it was really mostly you, right?
Who's Ricky?
Ricky Lindholm. She's from Garfunkel and Oates.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we
stole her away from her partner. Jeez.
Rich, have you seen my show? It takes place in the Gilded Age.
No, I haven't. To tell you the truth, I haven't seen it. No. Sorry.
It must be so fun to do that character.
Bonnie was raving about it, but I didn't see it, but I will now. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe she hasn't heard your fourth album.
Yeah.
Have you heard my? Go ahead.
Wait, who else is talking?
No, nobody.
Joe Machi is here in studio, and also Michele Balan is in studio.
Hi, Natasha.
Hi, guys.
Nice to meet you. I've never met you, but I'm a fan.
Thank you. I feel like I've crossed your. This is as early as I could get up.
Yeah, I know. You're doing great.
Are you in L.A.?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. It's early there. Holy crap.
And we're all quite shocked.
We're coming to L.A. Thursday, Bonnie and I.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Bonnie, can we please hang?
I would love to.
I'm here. I'm here all weekend.
Oh, we're doing an 8:00 show at the Improv too on Saturday.
All right. Well, maybe I'll come to that.
Well, also, can I just drop my kid off for a little bit with you?
Honestly, your kid it's Raina, right?
Yeah.
She's so cute. Yes, you can.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. So I watched your special on Netflix, right? Was it? No, on Comedy Central. On Comedy Central.
Yeah.
I watched on demand. That's why I got mixed up. But it's so funny. But also at the beginning, you do like a music video, like a rap video.
Do you think I'm as good as Iggy Azalea?
Yes. You were really good. I was thinking, did you have to how did you do that?
My brother's a rapper, and he's like, you have better flow than Iggy.
You had good flow. I didn't know that's how you said it, but now I'm going to be like, your flow is fucking
flow
sweet.
Is like the
rhythm?
I think it's more like your vibe. Like it's partly the rhythm.
But it's really just like that cool thing you can't put your finger on.
I'm not exactly sure. We should look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
But so how long did it take you to make that music video?
I mean, I knew I wanted to make a video about abortion, and
don't we all?
Actually, I want to do my next tour, and I only want to hit the states that have no abortion restrictions.
Oh, you're only going to do
Well, because I was just in Salt Lake City, and they were picketing abortion, and it was so insane, and they wouldn't, at the mall, they were like, it was, I've never seen anything like that. Like, Mormonism is real, and it's scary.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I was there. I was there like a month ago.
That's why they have all these wives and 4,000 kids, and then they sleep together. Yeah.
Bonnie, I gotta go to a job.
You have an actual job?
Well, we
the paper out.
we only got a minute left anyhow. Listen, what do you want to plug, Natasha? Say, get all your
her
plugs.
special. What's it called?
Live at Bimbo's, but the Another Period finale is tonight on Comedy Central.
Oh, so definitely go and on demand that and then catch up and then watch the finale tonight.
I said to Bonnie, I was watching you years ago. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
I think I told her this story before, but on the Tonight Show, and he was watching you, and then he goes, I hate to break it to you, she's going to be a star. I don't know why he said I hate to break it to you.
Because I know how to pick them. I know how to pick. I know.
You're so cute. Can we seriously hang out this weekend? I'll come to your show, whatever.
Yeah, we'll do something.
I'll definitely email you and make sure that it happens, because I don't think your phone number's working anymore.
That's not true, but...
Well, is this the number? I say it out loud.
No. All right. We got to run anyhow. Thank you for calling.
Okay, thanks for calling in, Natasha.
Quick plug, Joe.
I'll be at Charlotte's Comedy Zone Thursday through Saturday.
And Michelle?
I'll be on a Royal Caribbean ship starting next week.
Okay, August 3rd through 5th, Laugh Boston. September 3rd through 5th. September 3rd through 5th, Laugh Boston. This Saturday at Melrose Improv. Bonnie's at Governor's when?
September 18th, 19th.
Thank you guys for coming in. It was great. I wish we could have another hour.
I've stuff before that, too, but... I can't.
Tonight we're at the Stand doing some roast battle bullshit.
We're judges.
Oh, I saw that.
We're judges.
Oh, I was that today?
Yeah, we're at the Stand tonight. That's a great club.
I should come by there.
Thanks for listening, assholes.
Bye.
Thanks.